Right. My throat. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Nekojishi again. Once again. I actually want to play this some more, so we're gonna do that. Sunday. Hope I'll finally have a nice, relaxing day off. Though, with these three cats still around, I doubt they'll leave me alone. What was it?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
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 Was it that?
How about we go shopping today?
Lau, do you not want to fulfill my request?
Man, I just woke up and they're already on to me. How'd things turn out like this? Oh, it's just another date. Okay. Hang out with Tiger, Senpai, or I want to be fucking lazy. I want to do something. So let's just hang out with, Shuchi? If I have to choose, I'd want to spend time with Senpai. That, and if I didn't go out with him, he probably wouldn't leave me alone.
Yay!
Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't have.
Well, Lau, if you must, I would like to accompany you.
Of course you would. So, you want to come with us?
I told you yesterday, I'd worry if you were with that kitten alone.
You're way too overprotective, old man. But I'm okay if you, for you to come with us. Just don't bother us on our date.
This isn't a date.
Wow, there's no need to be so shy.
I'm fine as long as I can keep watch over Lau.
Okay, but no eavesdropping. And remember, Lau can make his own decisions. It's not up to you to control him.
Of course, that's the same to you as well.
I won't force Lau to go anywhere he doesn't want to go. That alright with you, Lau?
Actually, you've tried to do just that several times. Senpai has constantly been trying to get me to have dinner with him after all. Though it's not like I've made an effort to compromise with him either.
Fine. I swear I'll behave myself today. Lau, could you please go out with me?
Alright. Absolutely. Let's go. Yay. I asked Leopard to look after the apartment while we're out. Afterwards, I leave with Senpai and Tiger in tow. I mean, what's a spirit gonna do?
Whoa, we're here.
Why did that make me laugh?
So Lau, is there any shopping you want to do? Anywhere you want to go?
What? I don't really shop for myself that much. I've only lived in Taipei for half a year. I don't really have any interest in shopping, so I rarely hung out with my classmates. In fact, I've only been to the shopping district once since I've lived here.
What? How can that be? Don't tell me you just stay at home every weekend.
Well, there isn't much to say. He's right. I rarely go out on weekends, let alone head out in the city. I'm kind of embarrassed to admit it, but I think it's nicer at home. Same, buddy. Same. Yeah. That is me to a T. Yeah, just... What am I gonna do outside by myself? Go get groceries and go home? That's about it. I don't even have a car to go anywhere.
That's okay. I'll be your tour guide today. Shopping, eating, arcade games, or movies. What do you want to do, Lau?
Bad. 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 Bad boy. Let's see here. Wait, aren't you cold wearing that? What do you mean cold? That's a jacket and he has fur. If anything, he'd be sweltering. Is he cold? No! It may be spring, but it's still cool outside. Even if we're out in the city, it's not enough to wear a thin jacket.
It's still a jacket. Oh, I'm fine. After all, I'm also a guardian tiger. I'm not real!
I'm going insane. The fact that God cannot get sick won't stop your body. You should put something on. After all, it would be terrible for you to ruin Yang Shuqi's body.
Quit it, old man. I can look after myself, alright? I know I won't get sick that easily. Even Yan Shuchi would wear this unless it was freezing outside. So there's really no problem with this. If anything, it's a shame I didn't dress up more for today, right, Liao?
That's totally irrelevant. But he's right, I've never seen Senpai wear much. I'm fine as long as you aren't feeling cold. Just remember to tell me if you do, and we'll find something for you. It's not like we're in shortage of clothing stores around here. I mean, there's literally a shoe store right next to the JFC. Jesus Fried Chicken. I wouldn't even know what that would be. Hey, I'm Jesus. Want some fried chicken? Snaps his fingers. There you go. I can't actually snap, so actually, you know, want some fried chicken? Boom, there's some fried chicken. Anyway, the street we're on is littered with stores. Even with a brief glimpse, I see at least 2 clothing stores. However, both of them are for women. Why does that matter?
It's fine, Liao. I'll be alright. Oh yeah, also, I just remembered. There's something around here I think you'll like.
The JFC? The Jesus Fried Chicken? Senpai cheerfully leads me around the corner and up to one of the street side stands. What street side stand? I wanted to ask Senpai what he meant, but when we got there, I could pretty much figure it out. The stand before me was festooned with fuzzy stylized animal hats. They hang from the top of the stand to the floor below in vibrant rows of fuzzy color. They had a wide variety, including dogs, bears, tigers, deer, raccoons, as well as a few from cartoons I didn't recognize.
How about this? You think it suits me?
Senpai tries on a hat that looks like a husky. Wait, is it okay to try these straight off the shelf? A clerk comes over and starts introducing the products for us. Honestly, I thought he'd ask Senpai to take the hat off, but he happily continues his spiel. Senpai adjusts the hat and swings around dramatically. The dangling pom-poms swoosh around in the air as he moves.
Hey, Liao. Cute, right?
Yeah, it's cute. For me as a kitten. Actually, a leopard cat wearing a husky hat on his head. It's very cute. When you think about it, his cat ears are covered by dog ears. It's a pretty strange thought.
Great. So doesn't that mean you should buy it for me, Liao? Why do I need to buy it? Isn't it common sense to buy a gift for your partner on a date?
It's still not a date, you know. What common sense is that?
What? Wow. Were you just worried that I was too cold? Come on, buy it! Buy it, please!
Hat is so thick and fuzzy. Now his ear flaps would cover his ears from the cold wind outside. Also, the price is pretty cheap. It wouldn't be that much of a hassle to buy it for him. Should I really get it for him just because he told me to? So far, he hasn't been a bitch. I mean, he insists this is a date, no matter how many times I say no. Fine, have it. Alright, I'll buy it. I hand the money to the clerk. He gives back my change with a smile, ignoring Senpai's weird comments. Still, I'm a little embarrassed. Senpai shouts with joy when he sees me paying for the hat. The The pom-poms dance in the air as he bounces with excitement. I put my hand on top of his head, both to calm him down and keep the hat from falling off. That I just bought for him.
Thanks, Liao.
Senpai lowers his head and gives an adorable look. Damn, how does he do that? He can't fool me. He's just trying to woo me, so I'll go to Meowly with him, right? I will fall for his schemes.
Are you sure he isn't doing all this on purpose?
Tiger came over just to mention that. For me to think that is one thing, but for him to say that as well. Well, now that we've bought something, we should get going.
Okay.
We head off from the fuzzy hat stall, talking to each other as we walk down the street. Senpai ends up being distracted by every shop we walk past that interests him. Personally, I don't understand clothes, jewelry, video games, and the such. I'm happy to keep Senpai company. So then, what is your hobby exactly? Hello, how are you doing? I'm doing good, how about you, Thomas? After a while, Senpai says he wants to get a gift for me, so he ends up getting me a husky plush toy that matches his hat. Even though it's cute, I don't think I have a place to put it. Afterwards, Senpai goes through a few clothes stores, but doesn't end up buying anything. In one store, ends up trying on a large hooded jumper, showing off with all the charm he can muster, turning to me and pulling the collar down with one hand. I'm doing good too, looking forward to my birthday tomorrow. Oh, happy birthday! Happy early birthday! Hopefully it goes well. The jumper fits him snugly, but as tempting as it is, I don't fall for his ploy. Eventually, after wandering around the whole marketplace, we return to where we started. I'm tired. We'd been walking for ages at this point. It must be visibly straining so to the point where Senpai picks up on it. Wait, why aren't you wearing the hat I just bought you? Where'd you put the hat?
Hey, Liao, you look tired. Want to take a rest and get something to eat?
Mm-hmm, yeah. We should probably eat, sorry. But we probably shouldn't eat much this so close to dinner. What? But we probably shouldn't eat much this so close to dinner. Why can't it just be dinner? I had to read that a few times. Wow.
We'll just get something small then. I know this tasty fried chicken stall nearby.
Talking about the JFC, the Jesus Fried Chicken? Jesus Fried Chicken? Where he claps his hand and makes the chicken? Yes.
Did you say fried chicken?
Where the hell did he come from?
What, old man? You hungry or something?
Well, I would like to try some of Lao's food.
Offering it to you makes no difference to me, so I don't see why not. You just take the spectral energy while I actually eat it. It's subtle, but I noticed Senpai grumbling under his breath when I said that.
Alright, since we're all hungry, it's time to hurry up and get some grub.
Senpai brings us to the food cart. If the line's this long, the food must be amazing. Well, let's hope it is. It took half an hour, but we eventually got some of the coveted fried chicken from the food cart. Jesus flavored. Afterwards, we buy 2 cups of fruit tea from another nearby shop. Senpai attempts to hold the bag of fried chicken and his drink at the same time. Now he's trying to use the skewer to pick up the chicken from the bag as well. Hope he doesn't spill the tea everywhere.
The aroma from that fried chicken is excellent. Quite different from the ordinary varieties.
Well, it's very special. A taste you'll never find anywhere else.
Not trying to tempt me, are you? Fine. Yeah. Let me try some.
That is some fucking crunchy chicken. Some crispy chicken, as they say. With a cheeky smile, I pick up 2 pieces of chicken on the skewer and bring them up to Tiger's mouth. He bites into it and eats them directly from my hand.
Whoa! You practically just spoon-fed him in public.
not bad. The taste is really special.
Now that he's consumed the chi, the chicken is still there for me to eat. It doesn't surprise me anymore. I've seen it plenty of times, so I bite into the skewer of this decadent fried chicken. Whoa! The surface of the chicken is crisp. The soy-based sauce that accompanies the juicy and chewy chicken perfectly without being salty at all. I've never had chicken like this. It was really special. It blew my clothes off. It's delicious.
I agree. Now, give me some. Nah.
Senpai has his mouth open, waiting for me to feed him. Senpai, can't you just eat your own?
But if Lao doesn't feed me, it's not... Feed me too, it's not fair.
Senpai, unlike him, people can actually see you. Please don't embarrass me so much.
No fair.
Alright, how about just one piece? Well, love your go live notification. Thanks, Watu. How are you today?
Yes, please.
Reluctantly, I feed him one piece of my fried chicken. I'm worried someone saw that, but he licks his lips happily. God, it's almost like we're a real couple.
I'm so happy to be fed by you, Lao.
Good, good. Ah, that's good. Senpai, sometimes you're such an idiot, you know.
What? Isn't this what happens when you go out on a date?
It's not a date. How many times have I told you it's not a date? People on dates don't just feed each other in public. What even is this game? This is called Nekojishi. You are a human person who has had the ability to see the gods. And 3 of them have come into your apartment wanting you to help them. And they've all figured they all need to vie for your attention, so they all go out on dates with you, I guess. It's a lot more nuanced than how I described it, but yes, it is gay romance with 3 big tigers. Senpai, do you just treat everyone like this? Curious. The one with the snake tattoo is ultimate best boy. Since I already dated him, the game didn't give me that option to date him again, so... Like, you keep talking about us being on a date. Well, so... I hesitate just for a moment. Like, what happens if I ask this and then things go badly? It'd totally ruin the atmosphere between us. I can't keep ignoring this, so I've got to ask him eventually. Might as well be direct about it. Senpai, why do you want to be in a relationship with me? In the DLC, they literally go to a furry convention. Makes sense. Makes sense. Senpai winks at me and swallows the chicken he was chewing on.
It's because I want to stay with you, Liao.
Don't you just want me so I can be the priest of your temple in Miaoli? Us being together doesn't matter to you, right? So wouldn't that just be inconvenient if I ended up in a relationship with Senpai? You don't want to have to bring Yan Shuchi with you to Miaoli, right?
Well, that's right. Actually, maybe I'll end up taking him to Miaoli, but it doesn't matter. Like you said, it's gonna take more than 1 year to rebuild people's worship of my temple. That means we're gonna live together for a long while, right? That means I need to make sure that Lao is happy with that.
In that case, we wouldn't have needed to go out shopping today, huh? I mean, we'd have plenty of time together in Miaoli.
Miaoli isn't nearly the same as Taipei. Miaoli is pretty much just countryside, while Taipei has all these cool shops. And Miaoli has a lot of nice places, too.
No, really. I don't know much about Miaoli. But even if we went back to Miaoli, Senpai, you wouldn't be Senpai anymore, right? You don't really need Senpai's body to reach me anymore, and you don't need to spread those rumors about us at the club.
I did it because I want to get to know you. Even if it's useless to me if I leave Taipei. Even if I wanted to, I wouldn't do anything against Yan Shuchi's will. It wouldn't feel natural to him when I leave his body. I possessed his body, so I'm responsible for him. Everything I do follows his personality and habits. So, the shopping or dating are really all things Yan Shuchi would have done. I just have to get to know you in the same way that he would. Wanna go buy some smokes?
I hate that I made this his voice. Yeah, I guess it's not been easy for you.
But there's one way I'll give up. After all, I have to get Liao to help me. Oh, there's no way I'll give up. Sorry, I misread that. No way. Not one way. No way. You're not getting rid of me that easily.
Oh, well, so then how will you be after you leave Senpai's body? At that point, you wouldn't be forced to think and act like Yan Shuchi. Wouldn't you end up a completely different person?
Oh, so you're worried about that. Don't worry. I possessed him in the first place since our personalities are basically the same. When that happens, I'll just make sure I don't do anything weird. It's gonna be totally okay.
Yeah. Alright, I still think it's strange though.
Well, you're overthinking it.
Is it really not an issue? I'm still worried about it, but I guess I can't really pressure him more at this point.
It's gonna be fine. Trust me, okay? You have my word.
Senpai moves in close. He's a bit shorter than me. Then he reaches and pats my shoulder softly with his paw.
There's nothing to worry about. Oh, hey, a sausage stall. I'll go buy one.
Our conversation ends just as he runs away. That was close. I could almost fall for his words.
Lao, I know I've said this too many times. I still don't want you getting along with him.
That's because you still don't trust him, right?
A god who was once born a Yoguai has no principles. The sweeter his words, the bitterer his lips. I caution you, Liao. Don't trust everything he says.
But he's a god now. He isn't the same as a Yoguai.
Even though their form might change, habits don't change that easily. One like him might do something and not even know it's wrong. Things would be fine if his Furagong kept an eye on him, but right now, they're far away from this temple. There is nothing keeping him in line. Who knows what that kitten could do?
Even so...
Nevertheless, be careful.
Hey, Liao, I'm back. I got some mini sausages. You two want some?
Senpai shows up suddenly with a bag of marinated cocktail sausages, cutting off my conversation with Tiger.
Yes.
Yeah, Senpai, I'll have some. Cocktail weenies, they good. We kept wandering around the marketplace, taking in the sights until we finished our dinner. Sometime later, we headed home, full after a nice night walking through the markets. Man, who would have thought shopping all day could be so tiring? As soon as I get in the door, I make a beeline straight for the bathroom, have a shower, and head to lie down on my bed. When I come out, I find Leopard sitting on my bed, waiting for me. Has he just been there waiting for me all day? I feel sorry for him. I'm still super tired, so I just lie down on my bed and use my phone. After Senpai's shower, I end up talking with him for a little while. Afterwards, we end up going to bed early for the night. Nice. Uneventful night. Nice. After that weekend, my new college life living with three big cat spirits pretty much began for real. Hasn't it been like a good week or so? And he still hasn't asked their names? How do you do that? How do you live with two different people for a good week and still not ever ask their name, is what I want to know. I come and go from school as usual, but for the most part, my life has been turned on its head. I mean, I've never wanted an ordinary, boring life, but I know for a fact no other college students have to deal with this. I've tried my best to keep things normal, but people still catch me talking to myself. And, well, those rumors aren't great. I didn't have many friends at school as it stood, and that doesn't help to make things better. Luckily, I can handle classes by myself. Now, as far as club goes, the other guys still don't buy that there's nothing going on between me and Senpai. I don't even bother taking them on about it anymore. I've just learned to be okay with it. After all, getting rid of Senpai is mission impossible. He's a clingy bitch. All in all, I still can't say living with these cats is something I've gotten used to. Ask their names! What is your name? Just ask them their names, please! My room isn't big enough to give me any privacy. After all, I've got certain needs, you know? In the end, there's nothing else I can do but just try and survive this. Besides, it's not like everything is to hate about it. I mean, it's hard to not find some enjoyment from living with the 3 hot guys all the time, right? That day I was going to the bookstore to see if there was anything I would want to pick up and read, for myself and partially at the request of a certain guardian tiger. Senpai had a class, so he didn't come with. Of course, Tiger was with me, but Leopard left as soon as we started browsing the shelves. I guess he doesn't really have much interest in it, especially considering he can't read Chinese. So it was just Tiger and I browsing about the literature section as usual. I was keeping an eye out for a certain collection of short stories, but I couldn't see it on the shelves. Instead, I resorted to looking around for anything that catches my interest. I checked over a few book covers, but none struck my taste. So I kept browsing along down the shop, finding myself in a corner that I don't recall ever paying attention to before.
Lao, maybe take a look over there.
Tiger suddenly seemed very interested in a certain bookcase. I went over to see what was so curious about it. Huh? Oh. Textbooks? I'm surprised at Tiger's interest in these school textbooks. Yeah, it just looks like boring study material to him.
Ooh, a book on mobile phone development, This one seemed to be a tutorial on computer systems. You seem confused. I am merely interested to discover how all your technology works. Do you believe we could find that type of resource here?
Oh, maybe. Let me see. It took a while, but I finally found a book about the development of computers. Flipping through some pages, it looks like it has chapters on computer history, the development of the internet, and other related topics. I'm not too sure about Tiger's grasp on physics, but it seems like the explanations are given through analogous stories. He'll probably get the gist of it. Give this one a go. If that's what you want, I'll try and find some more.
Certainly.
Is he gonna become a tech geek? Is he gonna weirdly just become a computer nerd by the end of this? The guardian tiger reaches for the book, pulling out its chi form, proceeding to flip through a few pages.
Not a terrible book at all. Lo, did you end up locating the book you were searching for?
Not yet. I'll keep looking for a bit.
I believe I'll keep flipping through this one for now. Good luck.
Okay. Have fun. Enjoy the books. Tiger paces over to a table and sits down, pensively reading his newly found textbook. Turning back to the literature... Turning back to the literature section, I pick out a book to read. I promised that I'd wait for Senpai to finish class so we could walk back together, so I might as well do something while I'm waiting. I read my book, occasionally glancing over to see Tiger absorbed in his. As the hours passed, I was about halfway through the novel, but he was almost at the back cover of his book already. There's no way my novel is bigger than that textbook. How does he read so fast? With a satisfying thump, Tiger closes the book, then gets up to grab another from the shelf. Some time passes before I finish my book. Just as I do so, Senpai finally calls me. Huh. That worked out nicely. Oh, Senpai. We're pretty much done at the bookstore. I'll be over in like 5 minutes.
Okay, I'll wait for you at the cafeteria.
I quickly finished reading the last few pages. It was actually written quite well. I take a moment to ponder my feelings about the book, not even noticing that Tiger is still reading across from me. I guess he ended up... Jeez. I guess he ended up finding another textbook. Or just another book, whatever. Tiger, it's time to go.
Oh, yes.
What is wrong with me today? Why can't I speak? After being told that we need to leave, he promptly closes the book in his paws, though he seems a bit dejected about having to stop. Yeah. You only just started reading that one. Why not buy it if you want to keep reading later?
Can we?
I asked Tiger to show me what book he was reading. It's not cheap. Price is a bit...
If it is that expensive, then we shouldn't buy it.
I could see the disappointment behind his words. Buy it! Buy it! So just remember, buying this book means no junk food for you this month.
I shouldn't be letting you waste money on me.
It's not a waste of money. I'm just curious why you would want to read up on this stuff.
Oh, well, to put it simply, I yearn to keep up to date with the kids of today.
So this book might be helpful to you? I don't think that any kid would have read a book like that, but someone like Tiger, who doesn't know a thing about modern technology, could probably find it useful. Let's buy it. When I have the time, I might flip through it as well.
Thanks.
It's nothing. I take the book over to the cashier. Alright, let's not keep Senpai waiting. We've gotta go.
Okay.
I put the book in my bag and left with Tiger to meet with Senpai for dinner. I'm so worried about today's quiz. Well, usually a quiz is no big deal, but recently all my study plans have been severely messed up by some cats. Okay, maybe that's just an excuse. It's not like math was my strength to begin with, even though I managed to review the whole topic. Doesn't change the fact I didn't understand all of it. Cramming is never a substitute of studying after all. But I'll never get through this quiz by complaining about it. I keep calm, walk into the class, and gently take my seat. It's kinda weird to be in class at this point without Senpai with me. It's not his class, so obviously he can't get away with sitting in on the test. As soon as I get my paper, distracting thoughts are put to the side. I give it a go, head on with all my might, even if I don't end up making sense of most of the questions. And as such, 40 minutes passed in a blink of fury and determination. All that fury and determination I had just a while ago burnt out to a crisp, my mind resorting to absent-mindedly scribbling on the back of the exam paper. Yeah, understandable.
Third.
Yeah, I look up to find Leopard staring at my quiz. Third? What third? Wait, does he mean the third answer? I circle C for the multiple choice I'm on. Is this cheating? I look up to see Leopard nod slightly. Is that really the answer? Just to make sure I move my pencil to the next question and look at him.
First.
I circle A and Leopard nods. This is cheating. This is... The hell? He knows the answers. Maybe his math is pretty good? In class, he does always pay attention with that serious look of his, but I thought he was just trying to pick up on the Mandarin. Was he actually learning math? Oh, whoops. Nope, no. Why does scrolling the mouse wheel pull that up? I hate that. But how? Even if his Mandarin was good enough, you can't just walk into college level calculus and get an A. I mean, even if it was just a general elective class. I can't even get through this quiz. Maybe Mr. Leopard is really a genius in disguise? It's a bit crazy to do so, but I follow Leopard's instructions. He's throwing them at me so fast I can barely keep up. But this is math. No one can calculate this fast in their head. I mean, are these even the answers? I doubt he'd lie about it, though. And it's not like I've got any better options. So I let it be and complete the quiz with Leopard's help. Then I sit there and wait for the end to come. With class over, I turn in my quiz and whisper to Leopard while everyone packs up their stuff. So those answers, how did you know them?
I watch.
Watch? Watch what? He walks to a desk nearby, then points to the seat. He was just reading out other people's answers. So does that mean I just copied on my quiz? That's cheating! Well, I was already cheating when got help on the quiz to begin with. It doesn't matter whether he got the answers from. All I wanted to know was how he got the answers. I didn't want to cheat. Why didn't the guardian tiger stop him? I see Tiger sitting in the back row of the classroom, seemingly delighted by the book he's reading. Yeah, this is my fault. Yeah, look. You assumed this god, who can barely understand your language, just fucking knew what math was. You just assumed. And you paid the price. You better fucking hope he was looking at a smart student. And not the dumbest kid in class. I start to pack my stuff and get ready to leave. There's nothing I can do anyway, and at least I completed the first half by myself. Hopefully they don't catch me for cheating, otherwise I'll be screwed. Alright. I just have to study hard from now on. I won't let this happen again. But how should I explain it to Leopard? Wonder if he knows what an exam is. I mean, also, because it's math, did you even show your work? At all? If you just copy the answers from Mr. Leopard Man, like, did you even write anything on the text sheet? Thank you for your help. The way you did that wasn't good. With an innocent baby cinnamon roll, it must be protected at all cost. Points gun at crowd. Oh, whoops, did I? Oh, okay. The way you did that wasn't good. It's called cheating, you know? Lag? Oh. No, not lag. Not lag. I mean, you shouldn't copy other people's answers. That's against the rules and not fair to others, so don't do that. Lag over, okay.
Not fair?
Yeah, well, see, it's unfair because I'm the only one who can see other people's answers. Understand now?
Yes.
So don't do that again. Sorry, I didn't realize those were other people's answers and I just followed you. So next time, please don't tell me other people's answers. But thank you anyway. I understood that he just wanted to help, but even with the best intentions, he made a mistake. Even if I pass this quiz, that's all I get out of it. I won't pass the final exam without actual study anyway. I mean, what if he helped me during the final as well? I'm really worried about the selective knocking down my GPA. So if I can just cheat with Leopard's help... No! Bad! No! I can't think about just cheating my way through this. I absolutely can't do that. But nobody else can see him! I hesitated over it for a while, but with my stuff packed up, I leave the classroom. Use whatever little advantage you have! That night we were at the club practice. While our club leader gives a speech, I notice Ji-Hao coming over to me. I don't even... Hey, Liao! So remember how you asked me if I knew any Rukai gods that look like clouded leopards? I completely forget what your voice is. You don't even have an image, so I'm not going to care about your voice. Yeah, how'd it go? You get something? I look towards the god in question. He's listening carefully with his stern expression. Yeah! My mom had some ideas. So while there aren't any clouded leopard gods, the Rukai do actually have a legend about a clouded leopard. A legend about a clouded leopard. Huh. What kind of legend? Well, a long time ago, my ancestors were traveling through Wutai. Damn fucking mouse wheel. Just as they were about to leave, a clouded leopard in the tribe refused to go any further. It made them stop and look. That clouded leopard led them to a treasure place, perfect for them to live and prosper. I don't fucking know what this voice is. That's where they settled and formed the current Wutai tribe we have today. It's quite the tale. But you can never know if that's really what happened. I'd say the way our ancestors migrated back then was a little bit strange. But tales are tales. Maybe the clouded leopard you were thinking of is the one from that legend after all. What fucking voice am I giving this character? Do you think he became a god after that? There's no way to be sure. Our tribe doesn't worship clouded leopards, but they do pay respect to them. Maybe there was a clouded leopard god after all. By the way, what made you so interested in all this? I was probably just wrong about it to begin with. Well, I just heard something about clouded leopards being respected by the Rukai. Then I wondered if any of them were gods. They're important creatures after all, right? Yeah, of course. As I said, that the clouded leopards are respected by the Rukai. We would never harm them. But there is no reason to say they're gods. Well, maybe the one who led the tribe to Wutai might be, but not the entire species. Okay. So that particular clouded leopard from that tale might really be a god, huh? Who knows? Mom didn't really mention it. And I don't think an animal can just become a god anyways. In our culture, all the gods existed since before the universe was created. Okay, now that I think about it, that clouded leopard never told me he was a god. And also, why do you sound like a young Rodney Dangerfield? Maybe there's just a different name for it. Regardless, there's definitely a basis for that clouded leopard to come from the Rukai tribe. Maybe he might even be the one from Ji-Hao's legend. Right, I've got another question. Why are you still talking to him? Please stop talking. Have you ever heard about Ali? AD? Oh god. Adradringane?
Adradringane.
Oh yeah, Adradring... Adradringane. I'm sure I'm not even pronouncing that right, but still. I let out a noise. Leopard had suddenly spoke out loud next to me.
What's wrong? Gek, are you done?
Yeah, kinda. Anyway, you ever heard about a god with the name Adradringane? Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Let me see. Is there a pronunciation of that word? Nope. Nope. Just somebody has an Instagram page, literally that name. It's Leakalao. What? Sorry, this page is unavailable. What? Did somebody make a fan Instagram for Leakalao? At your drinking game, I'd have to ask. It'd be great if you could. Thank you for all your help. It's no problem, really. Piece of cake. Now that that's over, I pretend to tell Jiao that I need to go to the bathroom so I can get a chance to talk to Leopard alone. So even though we're not in the bathroom yet, Leopard! Jiao said he didn't know about any clouded leopard gods in the Rukai. You know anything about that? I've been putting this off for a while, but I decided to ask him straight out. He probably knew I was suspicious of him anyway. Best to ask. Maybe, lol. I am no god. I am spirit. Spirit? I am spirit. Not god. So if you're not a god... Gee, I was right then? Yes. Okay. So you are the leopard who led the Rukai to Wutai? Yes, no. Yes and no. What does that mean? Yes, but actually no. Not only Wutai. Kochapongen? Kochapongen. Conga de Venge. What? Glossary. Rukai tribe, located in Wutai Ping Town. According to legends, the clouded leopard led a tribe. Okay. Not the same place mentioned above, as the entire tribe had to move due to poor environmental conditions. Good job, Leakalao. Conga de Venge is a Rukai tribe located in Malin District. I should stop trying to pronounce all of these Chinese names when I myself am just a fucking white guy who knows no Chinese whatsoever. Are those all the tribes you've helped? I led the path. Those people live better. They lived better for about 2 years and then they had to move. So... at least they lived better for a little while. So he's been leading the path for the Rukai people to find better places to live for a long time now. Huh. I guess he's done a lot for the Rukai people. I understand though. I'm so sorry for suspecting you. It's fine. Sorry about that. So I guess Mr. Leopard is a good god. Spirit. I think they're talking about the place they lived before that had terrible living conditions. Was it? Kochapongen, Rukai tribe, Wutai. Cloud Leopard led a tribe to a place called Kochapongen 600 years ago. This was where the tribe settled, forming the Kochapongen tribe of today. Kochapongen, as seen on maps today, is not the same place mentioned above, as the entire tribe had to move due to poor environmental conditions between 77 and 79. Oh, so for like, okay, sorry, for like 600 years they had a better life. Until the 70s. Right? I think that's what it's saying. Yeah. Kochupangane as seen on maps today is not the same place mentioned above, where they lived for 600 years, as the entire tribe had to move. Okay. So they lived happily for 600 years, and then in the 70s they had to move. A little bit. Okay. Never mind. Lee Kalau had good intentions. It just happened 600 years later that somebody else had to ruin it for him. He may not say much, but he's always got that distant look on his face. But from now on, he'll get a different face from me, one of respect. Ask his fucking name! And that Adrian who sent him here, hopefully this all turns out good in the end. How does somebody... Again, how does somebody live with any amount of people for several weeks and not once think to ask, hey, what is your name? How? Afterwards, I go back to my seat, wave to Senpai, and focus on our club leader's choreography tutorials for the rest of the meeting. I was sitting at my desk just as my mobile started to ring. It's a call from back home. Honestly, I don't want to pick up, but it's been ages since I've talked to anyone from my family. After a moment of hesitation, I pick up the phone. Hello?
Wow, my boy, your dad's been missing you. How have you been? I don't know how old you are, so this is the voice I'm gonna give you.
Yeah, Dad, I've been fine. I can't really say having to suddenly deal with those 3 cats is fine, but should I talk about that to Dad? He already asked his name when they first met, remember? He said Lee Kalau. I don't think he did, because he's still calling Lee Kalau Mr. Leopard, and he's still calling his big tiger god Tiger. So I don't, as well as, like, even in the text box, it doesn't say his name yet. So I don't believe he's asked his name at all yet. I've even gone on a date, and he's still calling him Mr. Leopard. Either that, or he hasn't even realized that's the leopard's name. I really want to find out if my family does have a history of having the ability to see the guardian tigers and other spirits. But if Dad finds out that I can do that, wouldn't he just force me to go back home? My older brother handles all the temple work these days. He takes it super seriously. It'd be stupid to put myself in competition to him anyway. Well, Tiger hasn't gotten his name yet. Yeah. Literally, the only person he even calls by name is Shuchi. It is Shuchi, yeah. And that's only because that was a real person before he was consumed by Tiger. And I think he's just being formal when calling him Mr. Leopard. It'd be stupid to put myself in competition to him anyway.
Something wrong, Liao? You seem quiet.
Yeah, it's okay. It's just... Nah. Keep it a secret like any other person would. It's okay. I was just wondering about the books I sent home last week.
They're fine. We just put them on your shelf. Haven't touched them since. But seriously, Liao, you shouldn't spend so much time reading novels. They won't help your studies.
I know. I just read books sometimes to relax.
I'm glad to know you can control yourself. How's school? You keeping up with your grades? I'm an old man. I sound like I'm in my 80s, talking to a, 19, 20-year-old college kid.
I mean, I cheated on a quiz just a few days ago, but I don't think I should tell Dad that. It's been going alright. Life has been pretty good here, and dance club has been going well. I'm glad to hear it. You're not the one talking, I am. Just don't spend all your life in the club. Focus on study, okay? Mm-hmm.
So when will you be down home next?
not sure when I would have some time. It's almost Qingming. It's almost Qingming! Stop interrupting me when I'm talking! You have a break then? You should come back if you do. Okay, I'll see if I can. Alright, remember to come home sometime. Make sure to get enough sleep. Yeah, I'll make sure to sleep early tonight. That's good. Bye for now, son. Yeah, bye, Dad. I let out a sigh after hanging up the phone. I didn't ask after all. I wonder if this ability I have is real. That I'm not just seeing things. I'm not just going crazy. I don't have schizophrenia. Should I go back home during the break? Dealing with all the guardian tigers back home sounds like a pain, though. Maybe I should just wait until I've finished school and everything else in Taipei. But I have to go home someday. And if I can still see them, then... what should I do? Forget it. There's still plenty of time. I put down my phone and returned back to my desktop, saving my dilemma for another day. Put it off for tomorrow's problem. So it's Friday already, huh? It has been another week. Wow! Ah! What? What is it? What's wrong? Somebody jumped out of nowhere with intense determination, almost shocked the living daylights out of me.
Wow! Let's go to the hot springs this weekend.
Huh? Hot springs?
Mm-hmm. Hasn't it been super cold recently? It's the perfect time to enjoy a nice, warm hot spring. Soaking yourself in hot water, munching on some snacks. It's the best thing in the winter.
Now that you mention it, I've never been to a hot spring before. By the way, isn't that expensive?
It's not cheap, but it's only the cost of like 1 or 2 dinners at most. It'd totally do it.
It'd totally do it like what? You mean I'd? Yeah, I think they mean...
I'd totally do it like once a month, wouldn't you agree?
The price of 1 or 2 dinners. I already spent heaps on books and things this month. I don't think I've got any more money to squeeze out of my budget.
Don't you want to go?
Well, really, no. You only see it in anime, and wouldn't we be bathing with a bunch of strangers? Then a pretty girl shows up all of a sudden.
Stop talking about anime plots. Besides, mixed gender hot springs are super rare these days. Actually, they're usually separated by gender. You can get public springs which have a bunch of strangers together. That's no fun when we can enjoy a private bath with each other. It's a small room with a big bath inside. It'd be all ours. I'd highly recommend it to your freshmen.
Private bath. Wouldn't that be even more expensive than the public baths?
Well, yeah, but it's on me. You won't have to pay a cent.
Really? I don't want to waste your money.
I mean, it's only like 2 dinners out like I said. Just don't think about it. Accept my generosity. Accept the opportunity.
Yeah, but... what I really wanted to say was, that's Yan Shuchi's money, not yours.
Come on. I said it's okay. You're not going to disrespect your senpai, right?
Alright, fine, let's go for it. Yeah, it's a bit strange, but I couldn't refuse him. He really wants this. In what feels like barely a second, Senpai is already on his phone looking up the hot spring for this weekend. And the next morning, we take off on a bus heading to the depths of the mountains. Eventually, we arrive at the old street village surrounding the hot springs. Now, there's a lot of people here.
It doesn't appear vastly different from the main street back home. Many people.
Oh, so you've never been here, Liao?
Nope, I'm from the south, so I've never had a need to.
Really? But this place is famous. You've been in Taipei for more than half a year now, and you haven't gone sightseeing at all?
I have no money.
Ah, you poor kid.
You don't need to call me kid, senpai.
Well then, let me, your wonderful senpai, introduce this place to you. Now where should we start? Alrighty, did you notice how we drove beside a creek on the way up here? Since there's heaps of natural hot springs here, a bunch of them are directly connected to that creek. So basically, the creek itself is warmed by the springs, though I've never had a chance to feel it personally. I've been there, I've even heard there's a bunch of private baths nearby. Most of the houses behind those merchants here probably have them. You know, I wonder what came first, finding the hot springs or people building the old street. Besides, I don't think it'd be a great idea just to go in the creek water. Some people do it because it's free, but it's probably not the best idea. Now then, enough with the boring stuff. Our destination is over there, let's go!
Senpai hurries me along the street enthusiastically. The other two walk behind us.
A lot of these wares seem quite familiar.
I look around. Preserved plums, roasted corn, almond tea, mochi, and so on. It's pretty typical for a market street like the one from back home. Though a few special things do catch my eyes. For example, there's some wild boar sausages. Leopard is currently staring at them.
No, we should get this.
Tiger's drawn towards the roast suckling pig, which has been prepared into tiny meat cubes right at the shop.
Nah, we should wait to buy food until after our bath.
I could do with a snack, but considering I have to eat whatever Tiger and Leopard want to, I suddenly feel super duper full again. Senpai's right. We might as well go to the hot springs first. Alright? Come on, guys, let's get there already. Baby. Baby Tiger. I end up needing to push Tiger and Leopard to pry them away from the food and get them moving. Luckily, there's heaps of people around and I don't stand out doing so, even if I am pushing mid-air.
Hey, over here!
Senpai runs into a nearby building. The building itself resembles a traditional Japanese inn. He walks to the counter, handing 2 booking slips to the receptionist. Huh. So Senpai already had everything booked online and printed. I didn't even notice. He's more on top of things than I thought. The receptionist finishes booking us in, and we're led to our bathroom. Give me just a sec. Let me... As a just in case. Give me a sec. Okay. At first glance, the bathroom is big. A marble pool takes center point while its water steams from the hot springs toward the back of the room. With my feet near the entrance is a small resting area. Even after several more glances, I'm still astonished by its size and grandeur.
How upscale.
Lavish. Why does it feel like they're scolding me? It's not like this was my choice. The staff member shows us where to find some robes, towels, and drinking water. Then they remind us of the time limit, wish us to enjoy our time, and will leave us be. I think I missed some of that.
Alright, Liao, the clock's ticking, so let's get started. You can store your clothes here, and your robe is hanging up over there. I don't normally use the slippers, but you can use them if you want. People sweat a lot from the heat in there, so even though you're in water, don't forget to drink. Got it, Liao?
You seem like quite the regular customer.
I love hot springs, after all. I wouldn't recommend any less than the best for you, Liao.
This place seems so expensive. I don't know anything about hot springs, but I know this room can't be cheap.
Don't worry about it. I had some discount vouchers, so it wasn't that expensive. It's a great chance to host you somewhere nice.
Really? I'm still uneasy about this. Is it really okay to just let Senpai pay for the bill?
Lao, I told you, it's fine. Anyways, isn't it cool that we get to have our 4 people in here with only 2 tickets?
4? Oh yeah, there's us as well as Tiger and Leopard. But should they really be considered as people?
I agree, it's quite the deal.
Heh, I knew the old man would see reason. Anyway, come on! Let's stop wasting time talking. Take off your clothes. Strip. Be naked. What, you gonna get in with those clothes on or something? Did you even notice the shower over there? Hot spring rule number 1. Clean yourself before stepping into the spring.
I know, but I know this is pretty normal at hot springs, but this is way too embarrassing. I mean, didn't you say you jacked off in front of the big tiger? Without realizing it, but still you did that, so at least one of them has seen everything. Senpais should go first?
Sure, no problem, I'll just...
Senpai turns on the faucet, the bath's beginning to fill. Next, he starts to remove his clothes, then and there.
What?
It was so sudden I didn't get a chance to walk away or give him space. I can't just keep staring at his naked body. I turned my head away in a meager attempt to restore Senpai's privacy.
Lo, what are you doing? You must take a shower sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I know. Why is that his business all of a sudden? Just turn around.
Alright. What a timid child.
I send a sharp look around the room, making sure nobody is watching me. The sound of Senpai's shower patters on the floor as I begin to remove my clothes. Try to get it done quickly, but once my clothes are off, the patter of the other shower ceases. I turn my head to look, but I don't see Senpai.
Right here, Liao.
Senpai is already shoulder deep in the freshly steaming bath.
Water's ready, Liao. Hurry up.
Please don't keep staring at me, Senpai.
Okay. You're so shy, Liao.
Senpai looks somewhere else for the moment. I turn my shower on and hurriedly wash myself. Now all that's left is to slip into the bath.
Halt, careful.
Ha! It's a warning too late. I retreat almost as fast as I went in. The heat was more than I had anticipated.
Be careful, Liao. You gotta get into the bath slowly and let your body get used to the temperature.
That'd be great, but I don't want these 3 staring at me the whole time. Dip. Take a breath and ease down into the steamy water.
Whoa, that's awesome!
What is? I sit in the water, suffering through the burning feeling, taking over my whole body. Are people supposed to think this is relaxing?
Lika Lao, old man, come on in. Even if you guys don't have bodies, you can still enjoy the atmosphere.
Let me see, the water really is rather hot.
Tiger puts a paw into the water. As if he wasn't even there, the water refuses to ripple at all. I think, for me, that's the first time anyone's even mentioned the leopard's name. I'm pretty sure. Leopard just shoves his entire arm into the water, grimacing from the heat. So hot.
Well, it's gonna hurt if you get in too fast. Though you'll feel really good once you're used to it.
Why do I feel like you're implying something?
I'd say you're the one with the impure mind here.
Damn it, you're the one who said it, Senpai.
Alright, I will try this hot spring.
What about your clothes, though? I mean, sure, the tiger's clothes aren't real, but it'd still be strange to see him wearing them underwater. However, as soon as he fully submerges himself, his clothes disappear in a blink of an eye. Where are your clothes?
I took off my garments. You wouldn't bathe with them on, would you?
I mean, so you can make your clothes disappear?
Well, of course. As you know, a god doesn't have any fixed appearance.
So you can just do that anytime?
Correct. However, I consider my regular garments a part of my official appearance.
Okay. So gods can change their clothes. That's cool. Talking about gods and their clothes, the leopard just stepped into the water. Whoa. Jesus Christ. I gotta say, this is a fantastic view. Leopard's just standing there, the steam rising around his well-defined body. I'm almost certain it's just mine. Well, hopefully the lag ends soon. My heart pounds as I see the reflection of his V-line mirrored in the surface of the misty hot spring. There's nothing actually showing, thankfully. Tiger rests his back against the bath wall. The towering form of his rugged, handsome body contrasts well with this serene space steeped in tradition. Meanwhile, Senpai is trying to swim in the bath, his lithe body exposed under the rippling, steamy water. This is so tempting.
Oh, you okay there? You having difficulty with something?
What are you talking about?
Don't be shy, let me check it out.
Senpai attempts to feel me up under the water, and I dodge him as swiftly as I can manage in a steaming hot bath. Cut it out!
I just want to check, I'm not going to.
Thud.
Ah!
Be quiet, kitten.
Tiger just smacks Senpai over the head, not forcibly, but it wasn't soft either. Senpai reels back, covering his head. Looks like he's about to cry. Stop. Stop. No. Stop. Senpai reels looks about to cry. Yeah, I read that. It's adorable in a way, but I won't feel pity for his pain after he just tried messing with me. By now, I'm used to the temperature, finally getting a chance to enjoy the so-called relaxation by leaning against the bath wall and letting the warmth seep through my body. You're hitting the wrong free at the gremlin butt. Give me a sec. Let me actually move that. So that way it actually... There we go. There we go. That works. Have to move the bat. I close my eyes and face upward. The water from the hot spring feels different, but it feels good. After spending some time in the bath, I can feel sweat starting to drip down my head.
If you stay in too long, you'll start to feel dizzy.
All right.
Why don't you go drink some water? Then after resting a bit, you can come back in.
Huh? I get out of the pool and notice the temperature difference instantly as a wave of cool air spreads over my body. I quickly grab my robe and a bottle of water. It really works.
I told you.
Senpai's left the bath as well. He walks around with a robe on, which is too large for him, the lower hem dragging across the ground behind his feet. Tiger and Leopard are still in the bath. Their eyes are closed, seemingly enjoying the hot spring. I wonder how they enjoy that without actually having real bodies. It flows through them. This probably isn't the best time to ask about that. I spend a few minutes in the rest area with Senpai before returning to the bath. We continue to enjoy the hot spring until our time is up and the front desk calls. So how was that hot spring?
So how was that hot spring?
Senpai stretches his whole body while he talks.
It was acceptable. What a great way to relax. Hot spring, warm.
Seems we all liked it, myself included. I guess it wouldn't be the worst idea to go to this again sometime. To go do this again sometime. I missed a do. But there's no way I could afford that myself without Senpai's vouchers.
Alright, so you guys want to grab something to eat after all the time in the hot spring? Any of you hungry?
I certainly am.
Wait a second, didn't you say that gods never get hungry?
Well...
Who cares? Let's get to it.
After talking about something to eat, we head straight to the suckling pig and the wild boar sausages they wanted earlier. For the boar sausages, I buy a flavor called Magua, which is said to be a type of herb from the mountain. Interesting. Leopard also asked for some barbecue, but I have to refuse him. We have too many meats already. Instead, I get him some rice served in a bamboo tube. That's an interesting serving dish, I'll have to admit. We keep walking along the old street, enjoying the sights and foods. Eventually, we make it to the end of the street as dusk takes over the sky above. The mountain is cloaked in orange, while the sky dyed lavender by the last lights of the sun.
I'm so full.
Yeah, I feel like I ate too much, too.
You asked for it. I told you not to order so much for those two gluttons.
I won't argue. I won't argue.
Jeez! Go lower.
Lower. I won't argue you on being a glutton, but I didn't force Lao to buy me anything.
God, there's still something in my throat.
Boar meat is good. Lao should have more.
Ah, yeah, it was good. I couldn't tell its actual flavor because the Magao, overpowered it, but it did have a different texture than I'm used to from pork, which is cool. But the bamboo tube rice was really good, along with the suckling pig. Honestly, I don't regret eating so much. I lean against the rail of the bridge we're on and look into the deep lavender sky. The sun returns past the horizon and the first few stars begin to come out and twinkle. Instead of staying at home, I just spent a really nice day outside. I'm glad they're here with me. After all, this won't last long. One day I'm going to need to choose one of them. I can't really do that, can I? Eventually I just need to ask them to leave so I can focus on my studies. I'm just thinking about this too much. It's all gonna work out eventually. Hopefully. Senpai, it's getting late, and you're not worrying enough to stay out at night. Shouldn't we go home now?
Nah, I'm fine. Well, I guess it is getting too late to do much, though. It'd be better to head home. Also, I am not a leopard cat. I don't believe I'm supposed to be titled leopard cat in this scene. That should change to something else, shouldn't it? Right?
Oh, wait, no. Cloud the Leopard is Lee Lau. Leopard Cat is Shuchi. Guardian Tiger is the big man. Okay. Never mind. We have two leopards. It's just one is a cat, one's a cloud leopard. Got it. Alright, let's go.
Yep.
That really should just say their names. Please, just say their names. On our way back through the old street, I bought some hot spring eggs that Tiger requested. I also end up buying a box of millet mochi for Leopard. Give me a sec. What is that? Where is that? Hot spring eggs? No? Oh. It's just old street snacks. Okay. Iced hot spring eggs are made by chilling a boiled egg in ice water. Said eggs are boiled in hot spring water, so they have a special aroma that's hard to duplicate. Interesting. Literally, it's just eggs put into the water from the hot spring. That's interesting. I guess that's my lunch for tomorrow sorted. Feels like Leopard and Tiger just keep on feeding me these days. I'm not gonna get fat because of these two, right? I walk into the cafeteria, ready for lunch. Suddenly, I notice a strange... person? Come on, I have to be seeing things. Is that a lizard man? That's definitely a lizard man. Okay, I know I can see spirits, and I know I should have expected to see more of them at some point, but lizard man? No fantasy novel could prepare me to see one of those in real life. Hey, Tiger. You see that?
That? Oh, you mean the Yoguai over there?
Yoguai? A lizard Yoguai?
Lizard? Close enough. You seem to be surprised.
What, shouldn't I be surprised? It's a lizard man. Am I supposed to see a lizard man at school?
Lao, it's normal to see Yoguai everywhere. They're part of everyday life.
Hold on. Why have you never told me this before?
Normally, Yoguai won't even get close to us. They avoid guardian tigers like the plague and run like hell when they see one. You should totally ask him about it.
I should ask him? Leopard looks troubled. I can tell he doesn't want to go near the Yoguai. Now I'm a bit nervous. Why would Senpai want me to talk to him?
It's fine, Leo. I really don't think this guy's a bad Yoguai. Yoguai.
Oh, so they're good and bad Yoguai?
Well, certainly. Gods and Yoguai are not entirely different after all. They both originate from the heavens and earth, chi of varying forms. But a god cannot be a god without their worshippers. Consequently, there are more Yoguai than gods. There are absolutely some bad Yoguai. You've definitely heard about them, but most Yoguai are actually neither good nor bad. As for this one, I would agree that you should talk to him. It could prove interesting.
Interesting. Granted, I'm kind of interested in him too. Alright, let's give this asking thing a shot. Excuse me. Hello? I walk to the lizard man and attempt to greet him, trying my hardest to be welcoming. He gives me his attention, and then a second look. Suddenly his whole body is trembling. Voice. Don't tell me this is Jihao. I'm trying to think. I'm just trying to think of a voice, like on the spot.
Hello?
No, I don't even know how old he is.
Hello?
I'm not doing another one of those.
Hello? 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 How are you? Yeah, hello?
He looks behind me with suspicion. No, I know what he's looking at.
Can I sit here, bro? Yes, certainly. Alrighty, Lao, we can sit down.
We take the seats in front of the lizard man. Tiger's standing behind me, and I can see Leopard stand behind the lizard man. He's all the more nervous for it, and I can see why. We've practically got him surrounded at this point. Well, this sucks. There goes my plan to not threaten him.
So, may I help you?
Sorry about this. I'm just a little bit curious, so I wanted to ask you. I mean,
are you a Yoguai?
I try to keep my voice down. I don't want to embarrass him, or more importantly, myself.
Yes, and you are.
Oh, sorry for not introducing myself already. I'm actually just a student here, but recently I've been able to see Yoguai like yourself. So I couldn't help but talk with you when I saw you sitting here. My name is Lin Tian Lao. Nice to meet you.
I'm Yan Suchi. Nice to meet you too. And these two gentlemen are?
I'm a guardian tiger of Mazu. You may consider me as a guardian of Liao. Lika Lao!
Okay, now he's actually starting to say his name.
I see. As you know, I'm a Yoguai. I don't believe my human name is important. My pseudonym is Randolph. I'm an artist.
An artist.
Right. I came here today to visit a professor of history at this college.
So you're a Yoguai artist who come to visit a professor at my college. Okay.
Yes. Does it seem strange?
It does. I didn't mean that. It was rude of me to come up and disturb you like this. I'm so sorry. I saw that what I said had made him visibly nervous. So I tried to apologize as best I can. I've just got to think about how this would be for him. We just show up all of a sudden, surround him, and then ask him whether he's a Yoguai. It's pretty forward of us.
It's okay. Please don't mind. I like talking with people.
So why did you choose to become an artist? It seems like that's a special for a Yoguai.
I never thought about it meeting a medium with guardian tigers in a college either. And the gentleman behind me, I'm not sure who he is, but I can feel that he's a very powerful spirit. It might be time for introductions, no?
Oh, of course. My family is a Jitong family. We've served guardian tigers for generations. The man behind me is a guardian tiger who has come with me to Taipei all the way from my hometown. Or I should say he came along with a statue I brought to Taipei. The other guy behind you is the one who opened my eyes to all of this. He's a spirit from the Rukai tribe who wanted my help, so he gave me his ability. Since then, I've been able to see all these gods, and I guess Yoguai, like yourself. Finally, this is my senpai. He's a leopard cat guardian tiger who also wants my help to rejuvenate his temple in Miali, and he's a bitch.
Leopard cat guardian tiger? You'd have had to be a Yoguai once, yes? Yeah, I wasn't lucky enough to escape from my Fudagang. Terrible, huh? It doesn't seem to have been such a bad thing if you became an orthodox god out of it. However, you just mentioned something about rejuvenating the temple, so I guess your god of soil is losing his power. That may explain why you still smell like a Yoguai. I can't feel much spiritual power from you at all. I'm worried about it, but Lao isn't helping me. Help? Isn't he just a college student?
I briefly explained to Randolph why all three of them want my help specifically. It's a long story. So that's it. I'm not saying that I don't want to help them, but I can't drop school just for that. And to be honest, I'm not interested in becoming a priest. I'm a member of the dance club here, and I want to peruse a career where I can use my talent. But these three kinda put a spanner in the works. It's hard enough, as it is, to make a living by dancing, and I have to keep up on school at the moment. It's not possible for me to just get up and have a 2-year break. Honestly, it's really been stressing me out.
I can see why you're so troubled. However, do you really know the details about their requests?
Details? I mean, sure, I asked them about it, but how much could there be to it? Priest, oracle, jitong, whatever, they're all people who represent the wills of gods in society. So I can communicate with spirits. Sure, that's awesome, but being the go-to guy for, hey, you want to talk to the gods, isn't awesome after a while. Even if I get to have all these cute guys living with me, I don't want a life steeped in the history of my ancestors.
So, have you considered any alternative ways?
Alternative ways?
You're still at school, so you don't have time. However, it doesn't mean that you can't help them at all.
Maybe. But how?
I believe you'll find a way. I doubt they would want to bother you after you solve their problems.
Well,
ah. Too much.
Too much up here.
I need to go down.
Way too many voices up there.
Well said. Hurry up and drive them away so you can come back to Liao. You can come back home, Liao.
It's not that easy. You can't just give up and leave me halfway.
Liao goes to Wutai.
See, it just ends up like this.
I may have been too optimistic. It seems this is not something I can judge. I do apologize for my irresponsible words.
No, please don't. Talking to you is helping me think, and I appreciate it. It may be hard, but there's gotta be some way out. Even if there isn't, I have to try anyway. I need to try and work this out. Thanks. I'm surprised to talk to such a polite Yoguai like you. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean...
It's alright. I do treat myself as a special case.
So, are there other Yoguai like you living amongst humans?
Actually, there are many of them. Some of them good, some of them bad. After all, isn't the same thing true with humans? But frankly speaking, sometimes I find other Yoguai are annoying.
Are Yoguai aggressive to each other?
Well, Yoguai from the same species are usually fine, but typically we don't like Yoguai from other species. Most of us have a strong sense of territory, but it's pretty common for Yoguai to mingle within cities. Smarter Yoguai are the ones who have learned to keep their business to themselves. But the ones with ambition are the ones who cause trouble. They're mostly taken care of by the gods and other more powerful Yoguai.
They're taken care of? So does that mean most Yoguai in the city are good?
It depends on your perspective. To me, they just don't want any trouble. Things don't always go that easy, of course. Sometimes new ones are born, other times they might just come here to cause trouble. It's all maintained in a shifting balance. But if something big happens, it's usually because of the temples.
I guess that's why some people still hold on to these traditional beliefs. People go to temples now for blessings of fortune, better luck, or just to pass their exam. I wonder if it's because of Yoguai we seek these things in life. Or maybe it's just because of them we have these problems in the first place. Besides, I have a lot of questions I want to ask Randolph, but I don't know where to start. So, why did you choose to become an artist? You seem pretty unique for a Yoguai.
It's just a coincidence. I was helping a friend. At the time, he needed an artist. I filled the bill. It has been too long since then, and Mask of an Artist has become my own face.
Was this friend of yours a Yoguai as well?
Yes.
So you joined human society to help that friend. What happened to your old life?
I was living amongst humans back then, too. The energy I need is special, and I can get more by getting close to humans. You could say there were mutual benefits between us. We were friends with benefits, after all.
Mutual benefits? What kind of benefits?
By living in a human community, it's easier for me to get emotions directly. After all, I live by consuming the emotions of people. Please don't worry, I'm too full now to consider eating yours.
Emotions? I mean, sure, you can get a lot in the city, but isn't that more dangerous for you?
I worried about it at the very beginning. However, other Yoguai won't bother you if you just live like a human. Of course, living like a human isn't easy.
I see. So mind if I ask how you actually eat emotions?
Fan mail! What?
Sorry, what?
Fan mail. Strong emotions are attached to letters from my readers. After all, for someone to write to you, they must either adore or despise you very much. You know, some people intimidate others by mailing knives.
Seriously?
Actually, I've never seen one. But I do receive a lot of messages. It's a smart way for me to live in the human community.
Fan mail. Unbelievable. So I guess your life is pretty good.
Like I said, it's not easy. No one sends mail to an unknown artist. And if you're forgotten quickly... And you're forgotten quickly if you don't put out work consistently. I also have to take care of this possessed body, which means I still need food and a place to live. Honestly, living is pretty hard when you have to maintain your human life and Yoguai life simultaneously.
So you still need to work for money?
A lot.
You don't sound like a Yoguai at all.
Most Yoguai don't manage to make it in the city. This troubled world usually gets the better of them. Especially with how expensive it is to live here. Life is hard.
It's hard to imagine that even a Yoguai have to work hard for salary.
Well, I'm not good at making money in any other way. Some Yoguai use their powers in this regard, but those who don't follow the rules... But those who don't follow the rules ought to be taken out by others. Or guards, for that matter. So I make a living by drawing. Even if it isn't the best job.
Artists aren't paid much?
My work is serialized, so it's not that bad. However, my salary depends on the popularity of the magazine, which isn't the best. I do freelancing as well, but that's very unstable. It's hard to make a fixed wage. Not all of my clients are that great either. They don't really care how much they work for me. They don't really care how much they work me. Regardless, I can't just give up on my clients. I have my reputation to maintain. Not to mention that I never know when I'll get work to begin with.
I never thought that a Yoguai would have so much to complain about.
Indeed. Being an artist isn't easy, but what job is easy? If I can't make it work, I can just go back to my Yoguai life. Not everyone has that escape. But I decided to take on the will of the person I possessed. I'm not just about to give up on that.
Their will? Does that mean his will was to become an artist?
Yes, mostly. Not a big secret. Well, really, it started a long time ago when... Blah 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 blah.
I listen to Randolph's stories. Mostly it's about his life as an artist, his struggles, his successes, his failures, but nestled in there are tales and rumors from the Yoguai world. You'd never think about it, but a Yoguai artist's view on life is really captivating. In what feels like moments, the time has flown by. Randolph is startled when a stray glance leads him to the time displayed on a nearby television.
Oh! I'm so sorry. It's time for my appointment. I must leave you now.
All right. I'm sorry that I've taken way too much of your time, but thank you for speaking with me.
It's okay. It was a rare opportunity to be able to converse with someone who can see and understand us Yoguai. So hopefully we can meet again. I have to go. Bye.
Agreed. Goodbye for now.
See ya.
As we watch Randolph leave, Senpai is already back on his phone. Okay. Back to smoking a carton a day.
Hey, Liao! We just skipped a lecture, you know.
What? Shocked to take a look at the time. We were talking for ages. Not only has our lunch break ended, but our lecture is almost over as well.
Yeah, it's fine. That class doesn't mark the roll anyways.
That's not the point. You may not care about lectures, but don't lump me in with you. But he's right, it doesn't really matter. What else can I do? I can't reverse time. I can speak to the gods, but I can't control time. We decide to wait it out till our next class as I sit there in the cafeteria with Randolph's story and advice still on my mind. Since speaking with Randolph, I've been thinking over what he said, about trying to find some other solution with the cats. I'm worried that if I just went and asked them about it, they'll just think I actually intend to help them then and there. It'd be mean to get their hopes up. But if I just keep ignoring it, wouldn't they end up pressuring me about it anyway? I guess I've got no choice but to talk. Talk to each of them and try to understand everything. I just have to think of how the time it... Okay. It'd be easy to talk to Tiger privately, at least. Since we're in the bookstore, Senpai's in class and Leopard can't read anyway, so he's... Can't read anyway, so he's be off I think that's supposed to be he'd. So he'd be off gallivanting somewhere. Okay. Yeah, it's supposed to be he'd. Give me a sec. Sorry, headphones are running out of battery, apparently. There we go. I almost wish there was a way to fix the typos, like manually. Tiger loves this place so much he'd probably live here if he could. I know a couple of people who would.
Lau, not reading anything today?
His voice sounds absent as he focuses on skimming the textbooks before him without looking up. It's as if he doesn't really care about how I would answer. Well, I just have something on my mind. A vague answer leaves me as I stumble in my thoughts. Not that he seems too interested in listening.
This one. Intriguing. That one? Oh, this must be new. But it doesn't look very decent.
I've definitely never seen anyone this deeply invested in the quality of textbooks before. He'd make a good school teacher at the very least. Back to the point. Tiger, you know...
Oh, right, don't worry. I don't intend to buy any of them. They are far too expensive. While it's true they contain a lot of information, they simply use too many glossy photograph pages. It just serves to drive up printing costs. Quite unnecessary.
I'm glad you're starting to understand capitalism. Even if they were $2, there's no way I could buy enough to keep you satisfied.
Haha, very true. I also think there must be a better way to acquire all this information.
Other than reading books, what about the internet?
The internet? Will that contain information as detailed as these books?
Almost infinite. Well, you probably won't find everything as neatly organized, but at least using the internet is free, for the most part.
As far as your wallet is concerned, it's significantly better to not spend money. And I will not go into the folder labeled homework on your computer. Trust me, I already know it's not your homework. Talking about the internet, some of these books do discuss something called forums.
Tiger seems to be lost in thought, pondering to himself. Wait, I still have to talk to him. Hey, Tiger.
What is it?
He's so engrossed in his book he doesn't even look up. Come on, give me some attention already. It's just that I wanted to ask, if I don't go home, is there any other way I can help you?
Oh? What do you mean by that?
Finally, I've got his attention.
Help me. What would I need help with? Are you trying to discuss becoming the Jitong of our temple?
Yes. Is there any way that I don't have to go home and become a Jitong?
Your power to channel spirits is quite uncommon. Something rare and special of your own. It'd be a terrible shame not to use it. I'm certain that both your family and the Holy Mother herself would be delighted to see you choose that path. But I am aware of your wishes to stay in Taipei. You needn't make such decisions now. There are plenty of semesters left until your graduation after all.
I know. But what if I really do stay in Taipei and never go back home?
That would be a shame.
And that means that the only way you'll be happy is if I go home.
I know you don't want to go back, Liao. If it does come to that, I'll support you. But truly, it would seem like a waste. A waste of something that makes you special. I can foresee how your parents would react if they knew. The other guardian tigers surely would wish the same for you, Liao. If you did choose to stay in Taipei, I suppose you could always open a small temple. But if that's not what you wish, then there's nothing more me or anyone else can do about it. So that's how it is. It's just, as I said earlier, there's no need to rush. You have plenty of time to think this over. Just don't go promising your life away to some kitten, and there won't be a problem.
Yeah. I'll think about it.
That's good.
For a while, an uneasy silence dwelled over us, so I decided to try and change the subject. Hey, what book are you reading? What kind of things would you like to look up? On the internet, that is. Do you want to have a look together when we get back?
Really?
I think that brought his mood up a bit.
Okay, so see these books here. I wish to look up this topic. And this one. Most likely that one too. Lao, should you not be using your phone to write these down?
Oh, he's caught on to people using phones to keep notes now. These books look pretty technical. How the heck does he make sense of all this? In short, I end up spending the rest of the night looking up stuff for him on the internet. I wanted to play games tonight, too. I just had to go and give him the idea, huh? I spend the next few days trying to get some alone time with Leopard to speak with him, which is easier said than done. I can't exactly talk to him during class, and afterwards, Tiger always joins us. But dance practice is going to be my best chance. Leopard always seems to dance practice. Leopard always comes to dance practice, and Tiger's always off to the side brooding, and Senpai is usually busy with the other senior students. Fucking love this song. Good song. Today I make sure to go to a corner away from Senpai and Tiger to practice. Leopard followed me, so this should be as good of a time as any. As much as it's never boring to watch Leopard dance. Because he's a fucking b-boy. Hey Leopard, I've been meaning to ask you. I get out my words between breaks in the routine as I was working on. A while ago you told me that you wanted for me to go to Wutai to be an oracle, but what would you do if I didn't do that?
Wait.
Wait until when?
Wait until Liao does go.
And if I never do? You say that your tribe needs an oracle, but if I don't go to Wutai, is there any other way to help you?
Help not be an oracle.
Like finding some way I don't need to be there physically. The internet's pretty handy these days. People could just send questions and I could answer back from home.
Not be an oracle. I don't know. But need Liao. See me. Speak. Others.
I get that's how an oracle works and all, but I don't know what kinds of problems you need me to solve. Do I need to do something, or can I just let people know what's going on? Yeah, I just don't really want to leave Taipei.
Many problems, urgent, all need solving.
But what can I do for you from here? There has to be something. Please, it's pretty easy these days. Amazon exists for a reason.
I don't know. Oracle busy. Must speak with many people.
What about using the internet? Or speaking over the phone?
Not sure. I think... No?
Sure, there's a bunch of things that you absolutely need to discuss in person, but not everything's like that. And Leopard, he's determined to get something across to his tribe. But what's also important here is that they actually trust me as an oracle. Being Han Chinese makes being trusted by his aboriginal tribe hard enough as it is. Being a voice on the phone wouldn't help one bit.
You tired? Want to rest? Let's take a break.
Huh? Oh, I'm fine. What's he on about? I'm already taking a break.
What if I scooch in here, you and... Kulao?
Oh, it's because it's Likalau. So it's... Yeah.
You and Kulao seem to be having heaps of fun all by yourselves.
No, not at all. In fact, it's a pretty serious discussion.
About going to Wutai.
Yeah, that...
Would it be okay for me to join you guys?
Is that even a good idea? Aren't you two basically opponents over me?
I wouldn't say that. If you don't go home, you can just help me restore the temple and then go to Wutai. Easy peasy. I know Kulao would want you to go there ASAP. But all that's still up for discussion, right? So for now, we're friends.
Senpai grabs Leopard's paw in his to emphasize his point. Leopard doesn't seem to object to the move, but his face is always the same, so I can't really tell either way. He's a stone-cold person. Alright. But Senpai, what's with you calling him Kulao? His name is... Okay, never mind. Never mind. I must have just missed that point. His name is Likalau. Lee isn't his family name or anything, that's just how the Rukai language works.
Hey, I know that. I just figured since we call our friends by first names all the time, Kulao would sound nice.
Isn't that a bit disrespectful? I'm kind of worried that Leopard would take offense to Senpai's new nickname for him, but his expression never changes. Just wooden. No smile, no frown, wooden. Ceaseless big fluffy boy. I don't really know what to make of it, but at least he doesn't seem to disapprove.
So now Kulao and I are friends.
It seems like an overly one-sided friendship at the very least. Well then, you know, Senpai, it's pretty rude to cut into other people's conversations.
Oh? Okay then. I'll just check in with Kulao later. See ya!
And there he goes off again. Classic Senpai move. Anyway, I guess we should probably continue talking about this later then. Yes. Leopard takes a while to respond. I guess he's got his mind on something else. I wonder what. I can never tell with him. But also, just say his name. Just say his name. Stop calling him Mr. Leopard. Stop calling him Leopard. Call him Likalau. Just like on occasion you call Shuchi instead of Senpai. And then you still haven't asked Tiger his name. After that day, I keep on trying to talk one-on-one with Senpai again and again, but the opportunity never comes up. I didn't expect him to be such a hard cat to catch. Tiger and Leopard are always with me during class. Prying Senpai away from his fan club is, damn it, near impossible during dance practice. It's not any better at home at all. With all three of them there, I can't just go have privacy with one of them. But today I've finally come up with a scheme that should work. Basically boils down to distracting Tiger and Leopard with all the food at the cafeteria while I sneak in a few questions with Senpai. I know it won't give me much time, but it's better than nothing. You know, Senpai. That was a disgusting sound, and I know it. I don't even know what it sounded like on the recording. That was a disgusting sound. He was eating pork rib noodles. The school cafeteria is famous for having the best fried ribs around. They're even better when dripped in rich, soupy broth. Now's not the time to shill my college. You know, about what you want. About going with you to Miaoli to help restore your temple.
So Liao, you decided to come.
I haven't. Please don't jump to conclusions.
Fine. Wow, so what is it you wanted to ask?
Well, say I wanted to stay here in Taipei, Is there any way I can still help you?
Well, it doesn't work like that. There are temple ceremonies that need to be performed. How would you encourage people to come worship if you aren't even there?
Like passing along spiritual messages?
Before that, we still need to clean the place up, right?
What about if I came over on weekends to help out with that?
Well, you would need to be the priest. It's more complicated than just passing along messages, you know. It may sound weird, but I think you should be all down to earth and stuff when it comes to this.
Your reasoning isn't very convincing, Senpai.
You're rude. How about showing some respect for your senpai?
Well, maybe you should work on being more respectable first.
Fine.
Oh, is the little kitten arguing with the Liao?
We weren't arguing. I'm best friends with Yao. Isn't that right?
Really? When? When did I ever say that?
Whatever you believe, you may do what you wish, but then you'll be seeing yourself back to Miaoli.
You're so long-winded, old man.
If you don't like it, how about you leave right now?
How could I? The old man is just the best.
Must you call me an old man? I'm here too! Guardian Tiger, old man! Not both of you.
And that's how this conversation ended in an argument. That night, I was browsing through some tech forums with Tiger.
Okay, keep scrolling down.
Following his orders, I scroll down the page, his eyes peering over my shoulder.
So that's how it is. Now previous page.
I click to go back a page.
Yes, that one. Please open it.
I click on the article he's pointing at.
Oh, sorry, Liao. You must be getting tired.
A little bit. I didn't want to complain, but it's kind of exhausting to sit around and wait for him to read each page, then move on to the next one and the next one. I don't even know what any of this stuff means. If only I didn't need my hands to work the computer for him. Isn't there a better way to do this? I'm pretty bored just sitting here watching you read. Why not ask Senpai to help you use the mouse?
I heard my name. Say what? Why should I help that old man? He's the one always pushing me to leave.
I'd rather not have the help of that little kitten. So we're in agreement on that.
But this is no fun for me.
Even if it's no fun, there's no way I'm helping my enemy.
Even if it was for your sake, Liao, I wouldn't put my trust in that kitten.
They really do have it out for each other, don't they? Should I do something? I should find a way they can work together. Hey, how about we take this from a different angle? Senpai, if you and Tiger can get used to helping each other out on the computer, maybe he'd stop asking you to leave.
Oh, but what if he doesn't?
Tiger, if I refuse to help, you won't have any other option but work with Senpai.
Not at all. If Liao refuses to help me, then I would just stop using the computer.
Wouldn't that be a shame? It's only help... Yeah, it's only help clicking the mouse. Sorry, that's a weird sentence. It's not like you need to be friends. He just has to do what you say.
Still, I refuse.
Hey, you don't need to do it right now, but please promise me you two will think about it.
Fine. If it's really that important to you, I'll think about it.
Perhaps later.
I really don't intend on getting along anytime soon. What else can I do? I just have to write it out and see how they go, I guess. It's Friday. Another week's gone by. I still have no clue what to do.
Liao!
Ah! What? Somebody jumps out of nowhere, determined to get my attention. Shocking the living daylights out of me like usual.
Hey, this weekend, let's go out together.
Again? Senpai, you always want to go out. Aren't you tired?
Weekends are for having fun with your free time. Come on, Liao. Aren't you bored of staying in all day?
I'm fine with staying in. It's a great chance to get rest. With the 3 cats around, it's hard enough to take care of them every day. And they always want to go out on the weekends, too. Sometimes I just want a day with nothing to do, just to stay at home, rest, and take my mind off things.
And this weekend, there's Qingming, the Tomb Sweeping Festival coming up, which means we should go to it.
You always want to go somewhere every week.
But this way different. But this is way different than all those weekends.
There we go.
It's the perfect time of the season to go to a festival.
God, there's so many times where I have to just reread this sentence. What's so special about this season?
Come on, Liao, think for just a second.
Well, it's spring. We already went to the hot springs. You can't say there's many cherry blossoms in Taiwan. I got to see the big tiger titties.
Cherry blossoms, getting warmer. Perhaps there's another tree I'm thinking of.
Taiwan doesn't have any blossom festivals. What do you mean?
You really don't know what I'm talking about, do you, Liao? I'm talking about tongue blossoms.
Tongue blossoms?
What? How did you know about tongue blossoms? They're literally everywhere. So soon all the tongue blossom gardens are gonna be full of tourists wanting to see them. Meaning, now's the best time to go. Ads promoting the Hakka Tongue Blossom Festival have been everywhere. How have you not seen one by now?
Huh? The Hakka Tongue Blossom Festival?
Well, I can't say I've really looked it up, but this has to be the best time to see them regardless. So, we should go together.
It's like the fucking bluebonnets in Texas. People just go out into fields and take pictures. Off the side of the highways. It's just like, why?
Or flowers.
Flower blossoms, huh? I don't actually know what tongue blossoms look like, but I guess a tongue blossom garden is probably going to be pretty similar to cherry blossom one. Honestly, as it stands, I've only seen cherry blossoms bloom in manga. So where can we go to see them?
Well, the best tongue blossom gardens are in Hsinchu and Miaoli, of course. As much as I'd love to show you my hometown covered in a sea of blossoms, you probably don't want to go that far. The places around here are really nice too.
So where are they around here?
That mountain way behind our campus is known to have some wonderful gardens. A perfect day trip for the two of us.
Huh. That's actually not that far out. But since it's in the mountains, then that means we have to hike up, don't we?
You don't like hiking?
Oh, it's not that. I'm just thinking out loud. Honestly, it's a lot nicer than the usual, "Oh, let's go take it. Look at some shops full of stuff we can't buy." I don't know why, but I prefer places that don't have many people around. Same. Look, I'm a gamer. I like to go to game shops where I'm literally the only customer. Okay, so what do we need to bring?
Well, we can bring stuff for a picnic. It won't be much to put together. I can even do it all for you if you want.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm all for it. But I'm not sure about how the other two feel about it. I turn to look at the other 2 cats. The tiger shrugs his shoulders, and the leopard is just sitting there looking blankly like usual. Not a thought in head. I take no issue with this outing. Empty.
So then we're set. We're gonna go see the flowers blossom tomorrow.
And that's how yet another weekend was planned out for me, completely against my will. Hooray. Ugh, it's cold.
Yeah, the air up here is super refreshing.
Are you even capable of feeling cold, Senpai?
It's already April. Who needs a jacket this time of year?
Technically, you're still wearing a jacket. So... This high up, of course you need a jacket.
Liao can't handle a cool breeze.
But you have fur, that's hardly fair.
Well, not really.
Tiger and leopard are spirits, so it's not like they feel the cold.
Enough, you two. Kitten, don't encourage Liao to catch a cold.
Nah, this old man's always telling you to put more clothes on, Liao. Such a pain to have to put a bunch of clothes on just to take them off again.
Oh, more of a pain than getting sick.
Leopard comes over to me before I work out what he's doing. He presses his paw against my ears, sending his warmth right through me. I didn't get to read the rest of that. He really cuts through the cold. Oh, thank you.
Oh, I want to try!
Senpai runs over and gives me a big hug.
Kitten. Ugh.
I was expecting Tiger to come over and pull Senpai off me. Instead, he pulls all of us, including Senpai and Leopard, into his arms with one big hug. Okay, I think that's enough. Being hugged by the three of them really is heartwarming. But I'm kind of anxious over someone seeing this. Seeing us. Well, me and Senpai, that it's weird for two guys to be hugging like this out in the open. Hey, okay. I did think to try and push them off me, but I knew I wouldn't have been able to. So I just stand there enjoying their warm care and affection. They let go of me. Eventually. Worried about seeing... Jesus Christ. Worried about anyone having seen us, I rushed to move on. I rushed them to move on.
So that's them, huh? Didn't expect the rumors to rewrite. Oh, this is gonna be hilarious.
Oh, cool, another one. We follow Senpai to a small path going up the mountain. While this mountain has been built up for tourism, the hiking trails wind all over the place. Without Senpai, we'd probably have gotten lost by now.
Let me see. Okay, according to the map, this spot over here should be the best place to see the flowers. This way!
Hey, Senpai, what do tongue flowers even look like?
Oh, they're brown! They're white, and when they fall to the ground, it looks like snow. Not surprised we haven't seen them. We haven't even run into a few yet. It should be right around...
We walked down the path and joined the fresh mountain air, but still not seeing any flowers other than a few bushes going alongside the hiking trails.
Maybe if we go further in?
We go further along the trail until we come across a series of stone steps. Imagine how many stones they'd have to bring up out here to make all these steps. The neatly placed stone walkways make hiking up a mountain feel like a leisurely walk through the park. A little further on, and the walkways cease to be paved with stone, becoming dirt paths stamped out by visitors over decades of use. Thankfully, the weather had been nice the last few days, so it wasn't muddy.
How weird. All this way in and still no flowers.
You think we went the wrong way?
Or maybe...
Maybe what? Senpai didn't answer and just kept walking quickly ahead. The map held tightly in his hand. There was nothing I could do but follow.
It should be around here.
Oh, cool, an old shack. We arrived at a place that looked like an abandoned farm, with a small hut on the far side. Next to the empty field stood a grand tree, its shade reaching out over the ground below where a large boulder laid beneath. It seemed like the perfect place to sit and have a rest. Let me guess, they didn't bloom today. Or they didn't bloom this season. Something like that. Either that, or he has no idea where he's going. Possibly. Will this
Well, this must be the spot. But I guess the tree hasn't started blooming yet. Bummer.
So this is a tongue tree.
Yeah, a really big one too, but I guess we're here early. In Meowly, the flowers should be blooming right about this time of year.
That would probably be because we are in the north.
What difference does that make?
Taipei is further north than Meowly, so perhaps the flower season begins later.
Oh, that can't be right. I just wanted to bring Liao up here to see the flower blossom together.
Senpai, I still think this place is really nice. But isn't it the perfect time to have our picnic anyway? It's a shame we didn't see the blossoms, but I didn't know what to expect anyway, so it's not like I feel like I missed out on anything.
Maybe there's still another way.
Senpai runs over to the tree, holding his paws against the trunk.
Maybe if I do this. Wow, just wait for a sec. I'm gonna try something pretty hard.
Whoa, really? Senpai stands before the tree, puts his paws up to his chest, and performs some kind of ritualistic hand sign. It looks the same as what Naruto does in the anime. A green aura slowly starts to emanate from within him. Tiger and Leopard seem kind of nervous. What's going on? The green aura quickly surrounds the tree, slowly seeping into it. As this happens, the tree begins to shake irrespective of the breeze. Ta-da! Some of the flower buds begin to open up on top of the tree. Suddenly, as if a wave of energy had shot down the tree, all the flowers blossom at once. Magic! A sea of white petals cover the branches of the grand tongue tree before me. Some of them even begin to fall to the lone boulder below. It's breathtaking.
Not bad.
Pretty. Sweet boy. I go over to pick one of the tongue petals. It's pure white, not a blemish to be seen. The flowers even had pollen inside them. If I didn't know any better, I would have thought the petal had blossomed normally just like any other. Senpai, that was awesome.
Amazing, wasn't it? It may only be one tree, but now you get to see the tongue blossoms, Liao.
But Senpai, I thought you didn't have any god powers. How'd you manage something like that?
Oh, I've had that power ever since I became a Yoguai. You don't learn tricks like that from a local god of soil, after all.
Oh.
Well, now that I've prepared such wonderful scenery, let's hurry up and dig into our picnic. Meow.
Senpai swiftly takes the blanket out from his backpack and spreads it down between falling tongue petals.
If hikes mean picnics, then picnics mean I needed to pack heaps of sweets to give us the energy to make it back home. So what do you have in store for us, Liao?
Sweets. We aren't kids, you know, Mr. Big College Senpai.
Well, I say cherish your youth.
Senpai drops his backpack down and takes out some cookies, crackers, and an assortment of pastries. I mean, you could eat all that in one go, but it's hardly a proper meal.
So, what delectable treats did Lao bring?
I open my backpack and silently take out a bento box I prepared earlier this morning. I made it while Senpai was still sleeping. I never cook, so I just used some recipe I found on the internet, so it probably didn't turn out any good. Not to mention those mistakes I made while putting it together. Thankfully, Tiger was there to help me fix them. I tried my best to cook a variety of vegetables and meat. At the very least, it should be good for me.
Oh, it's almost like you're a wife cooking their husbands a delicious meal.
Hey, no way. I was just thinking that I should try making a bento for a picnic.
Wow! Wow, I never thought you would do that for me!
Enough, kitten. Lao never said he made it for you.
Then who else would he make it for? It's not like you need to eat.
After offering it, Lao could certainly eat it all for us.
Wow, that would be such a waste!
I don't see how.
Lao, you made the bento for me, didn't you?
I taught Liao how to make it. If anything, it should be an offering to me. Lao's bento. I want.
Wait, it's only a bento. I quickly hide the bento behind my back to keep it away from any funny ideas they might have. Hey, no need to bicker over it. I made this for my lunch today. Why would you think I made it for you?
But Lao, wouldn't it make more sense to offer it to us before you eat it? There's no downside to you at all.
That's true. It'd be kind of mean to not let you guys have it for no reason.
Wait, if you did that, everyone would get to eat the bento but me. No fair!
You don't need. You brought snack.
Allow you to? I just want to taste some of Lao's homemade cooking. Is that too much to ask?
Senpai looks at me with unconvincing, sad puppy eyes, while Tiger and Leopard slowly close in on me. What should I do? I can't just share? I have to just choose one? What? Okay. You know what? Easy choice. Because Tiger is filled by whatever I feed myself. Bitch in the middle brought his own shit. That's just fucking cookies and pastries. Cloud the Leopard has nothing. I'll give it to Cloud the Leopard. Yes. Yes, Likalao. Hey, okay now. You three just need to stop fighting over this. I made this and it's my choice to give it to one of you. Got it? Yeah, pick Likalao. Yeah. I only just saw that.
Of course.
I guess I'll offer it to the leopard. What are you doing? Huh? What's got Leopard so tense? I watch him, trying to scrutinize what's going on. I think he's looking behind me. Quickly, I turn to see what's up.
That made his way too salty, don't you think?
Who are you? Who are you, and why are you wearing a fucking fishnet shirt?
Like, kiddo, is this the first thing you ever cooked? You really need to keep working at it?
I know that. Why do you think I was going to eat it by myself?
Oh, to me it looked like you were about to offer it to someone. The gift of a nice, warm, homemade bento is a great way to express your affection to someone.
It's not like that. Don't jump to conclusions.
Aren't these three your suitors, or are they mistaken?
You're mistaken. Also, who are you? Don't you know who... Sorry. Don't you know not to go around and steal other people's food?
Yeah, I figured the three of them would just start fighting over it, so I came over here and ate it instead. To help you, of course.
That's still stealing. You should at least ask me first.
Correct. Usually I would be courteous towards a god of soul such as yourself, but it appears you do not care for such manners.
It's easy just to ask, how dare you be so? God of soil?
Yes, something wrong?
Ha! This guy looks like a dragon from far away. But he's definitely got the chi of a god of soil. Can't say I've seen any gods like you around here before.
Strange man. Strange. Fishnet. Very gay. Big gay man. Everyone's out like that. I'm really special, huh? Anyway, guys, I'm Ragu Laurent, a Grand Tree Lord. You can call me Ragu.
Grand Tree Lord.
In other words, he's a god that resides within a tree. Such ancient trees can become a local god of soil when worshipped by the local people.
Oh, I see. So he's a tree spirit that looks like a dragon. Okay. What kind of tree looks like that? Not to mention those clothes. Everything about this guy is weird. I'm glad he mentioned it too. Where did it even come from?
Ah! How do I even begin with you? How dare you steal away that bento Lao made for me? After you've gobbled all over it, there's no way anyone else would want any.
No one said it was yours, kitten.
No one said it was yours either, old man.
You just want to call me old man, don't you?
Hey, hold up. We're getting way off topic again. Like Hot Topic, where this guy shops. More importantly, this guy's a god of soil. If he's a god of soil for real, then I should probably show more respect. Not that the way he's treated me has been respectful at all. How could a god of soil look like that? I've absolutely never learnt about any gods that look like that. The hunk of man.
Gods of soil can come in many forms, Lao.
He may be an odd one, but with chi like that, he's for real.
You've got to be the weirdest god I've ever seen.
It's true. Even I think I look unique.
Well, at least he's proud of himself, but that doesn't really answer why he's dressed like that. Lao, I want to know why different?
I guess I've always been like this. I used to be an old tree, then I became a grand tree lord, then... Alright, these clothes. Try and guess what these are.
Fishnet shirt and ruined pants. Because he went to a club, I guess. How are we supposed to know where his weird clothes came from?
You're not even gonna try and humor me. Well, might as well tell you. It's a landslide safety net.
Oh, you mean those ones along the edges of cliffs to prevent rocks from falling?
Exactly. Some rocks fell down and dragged this net around me. So all my worshippers started to see me like this.
Alright. I guess that makes sense, but why would a Grand Tree Lord look like a dragon?
Well, of course. My tree trunk looks like a dragon after all.
Really? A dragon?
Right. Some time ago, I got struck by lightning. Since then, people began to think I look like a dragon. At first, I didn't see it, but one day an artist came to paint me into their canvas. That person painted me as if I were a dragon, sleeping within the dark clouds of a thunderstorm. Still not sure if I like it, but it was certainly the paintwork of a master artisan. I wasn't wearing any clothes in the painting, but I couldn't go gallivanting around naked now, could I?
So instead, you gallivant around in a net?
Exactly. How very smart of you.
I'm a college student, you know? So what about the nickname? I couldn't imagine many Grand Tree Lords would want to be called Ragu. Like the sauce.
I'm hardly a lord. I've been drawn as a dragon. People see me wearing this. I don't really suit the formalities, so Ragu it is.
Well then, what are you doing here, Mr. Ragu?
Lao, don't be rude.
Alright, sorry. Why did you choose to grace us with your presence?
There's no need to be serious about it, kid. I just like talking with my worshippers. And be as non-godly as possible while doing so. Nice. Nice titties. That's not to mean people shouldn't respect their gods, of course. I don't like all the formal talk. It just gets in the way of what really matters.
This guy really is a unique god, that's for sure. Why did you choose to talk to us? Not to mention steal my fucking bento, you bitch.
I wanted to see you guys.
See us?
You guys are famous, didn't you know?
Huh? Famous? How can that be?
A boy who can channel spirits running around with 3 feline gods. You weren't all the Yoguai are talking about these days. You really didn't know.
Not no.
What? No way! I guess I haven't really talked to any of the Yoguai since I've been dealing with Yan Shuchi's life, though.
I knew this would worry you, Liao.
You knew about this?
I know that Yoguai love to gossip, so it's only natural that we'd garner some attention.
What is this? Hello, Capsize? Furry game? Yeah. Yeah, because I actually am enjoying the story I played for April Fools, and I'm like, I'm gonna continue this.
Well, I heard you're quite the stud, letting these three chase after you, not even making a decision on which one you love.
What? That's what they're saying? What do the Yoguai think they know about this?
Yoguai have to entertain themselves somehow. Most of them just play games and read manga all day these days. One of my worshippers gave me a 3DS, so even I play around with it occasionally. It's pretty fun.
Can they say 3DS? Are they allowed? That's a Nintendo property. Are they allowed to say that? Whatever. What? How? But yes, Capsize. This is a not homoerotic, but a bit.
Oh, pressing the buttons is no problem for me, but I wouldn't play with any worshippers watching, of course.
Wait, that's not important. What other rumors are there about us?
Just as I said, you let these three dote after you, never giving anything in return. I would say it could be seen as taking advantage of them.
It's not like that. They're the ones who came looking for me. Sure, they want me to go off and help them, but there's no way I can make such big promises to them. That's why we're stuck like this. Not to mention all three of them are male, even if the Yoguai are being really open-minded about it, they surely can't expect me to want to be like that with all three of them. You sure about that? What about that, hot bath scene? Hot springs. Hot springs is the word, hot springs. The hot springs scene where all four of you were naked and bathing together. Really? You don't think they'd think of you like that?
Oh, so you see these three as dudes.
What? How else would I see them?
So that's how it is. In your eyes, am I a male as well?
Yes, a young dragon man?
I was thinking of myself as a jolly old aunt. Gods don't have genders after all. Worshippers see their gods as whatever gender they imagine them to be. The way you see them isn't necessarily how they really are. Basically, you could just be seeing them as the gender you like the most.
Huh? What? I thought that I'd be seeing beastmen just because they're animal gods. That's normal, right? I guess different worshippers would perceive gods differently according to what they themselves believe. After all, I've heard stories about the Guanyin being male or female, but I never thought their genders weren't actually a set thing. Well, at least I know Senpai is,
I only possess Yanshuchi after learning which way you swing. Okay, you're straight. Everybody loves the boy with a baby face, right?
What are you talking about?
However you go about it from the perspective of the Yoguai, it does kind of look like you're leading them on. Like that bento could probably be taken as you wanting them to fight over you.
It's not like that's what I meant to happen. How could you think that? I'm just a guy. They're gods.
So you've never heard of men who've fallen in love with gods before?
You must have been misinformed.
Well, we are all living together after all. Yeah.
Senpai, please don't make it worse.
I don't see your statements as correct at all. Us gods couldn't possibly have romantic feelings for Liao. All I wish for him is that he ignore the other two and return home after graduation. A relationship is the furthest thing on my mind.
The conversation seems to be lost on Leopard, which is probably for the best.
Alright, I should stop messing with you. It's fine. I know they don't feel that way, well, maybe except for the little shit. Don't call me little! Alright then, Leopard Cat. With the rumors being what they are, I had to come and see for myself. So, kiddo, do you really have no romantic feelings towards these cats?
None at all.
Really? At the very least, you're all so close to each other. I'd say whatever happens, you'll still make great companions.
Great companions. Would that really be how it works out? You still don't know everything. You don't even know what they're asking me to do.
Please say, what have they come to request from you?
A Jitong, a priest, an oracle. I would have to choose one of these rules. Oi. I would have to choose one of these roles, one of those roles, and perform it for years for just one of them. Perhaps even my whole life. I can't just make a promise like that to all of them.
So then, I guess you'll just have to promise that to the one you wish to be together with for life.
Why'd you have to put it like that?
Isn't that how it is? Whoever you choose to be your companion for life. As difficult of a decision it is to make, isn't it a bit disrespectful to the gods by having them follow you everywhere in anticipation?
I never thought of it like that.
You can't put off this decision forever. I'd say you should choose the companion you get along with best and stay together with them.
It's not like that's an easy thing to choose. Not to mention there's other things I want to do in life.
No matter what, the influence of others will always change your path in life. Imagine if you had a relationship with another human. Wouldn't that change your life just the same?
That doesn't make it any easier. Even if I refuse all three, it's none of your business.
After seeing how stressed you are over this, I want to come and help. You are dealing with gods, so of course it's of interest to all of us.
I want to make my own decision. Please, I don't want you trying to make my own decisions for me.
You're unique, kiddo. And because of that, your affairs matter to us gods.
As annoying as it is, he's not wrong.
Even if a perfect way to settle this doesn't exist, I think you should still decide as soon as possible. Taking up the time of all three of them is just going to come across as disrespectful.
I don't mind. It's fine as long as Liao goes home after graduation. He won't have time to go be a temple priest or some Aborigines oracle.
Stop being selfish, old man. My temple's in dire straits as it is.
Well, things wouldn't be so bad for you if you went back to being a Yoguai.
And what if my Fudagang loses all their spirit power?
That's all that will happen. The gods of soil would just lose their power. It's not like they would die. If the local people don't feel the need to worship them, then that's just how it is.
Please just stop, you two. It's hard enough to decide as it is with you without making each other cry. This really is difficult for me.
I know you're under pressure, but putting it off won't help. You won't make any progress like that.
Maybe. Unless something else comes up.
Lao must quickly come Wutai. Something bad.
What is it?
Danger. We must warn them.
Every temple has stories about gods helping their worshippers ward off some prophecy of doom. Sorry, Lao, but your problem isn't special.
which is exactly why you shouldn't journey off to anyone else's temple. Lao is of the Lin family. You should take care of your own Mazu temple and your family's needs. Running around and saving the worshippers of every temple is a fool's errand.
You really are selfish.
You're the one being selfish.
What a troublesome situation you've gotten yourself in, kiddo.
You guys don't get it. I'm not playing around. I'm stressed every day.
I feel like I should remind you that this situation won't resolve itself. You're going to keep stressing yourself out over it until you make a decision. I don't think any of them want you to go through that.
I guess so.
In the Yoguai, they're spreading rumors. The faster you get this over with, the better.
What does that mean?
Nothing. Just think who you wish to team up with. No matter what, you'll end up hurting someone. So keep it simple for their sakes.
Why do you have to make it sound like I'm breaking up with someone?
Am I wrong? After all, their appearances are based on your preferences. Not to mention all the things they can help you with. I did hear from somewhere that these gods fulfill a special interest of yours, don't they, kiddo?
How do you know about that?
So it's true. I was just guessing.
Why? The Yoguai are gossiping about me like that. About that stuff. Thinking about it is almost too embarrassing to handle.
Just don't make it too hard on yourself, kiddo. Think about simply and make a decision earlier.
Think simple.
Take my spiritual advice for you to heart, kiddo.
Ragu pats me on the head.
Okay, little guy, take it easy. I'll be around here for the next few days if you need me. See ya!
Ragu says goodbye with a hearty smile before starting to fade away as if he wasn't ever there to begin with. Wait! He was gone. What kind of god just brings up a topic like that and just leaves? What a weird god. A hot god, but a weird god.
I would never have foreseen that he would bring that up. I would have told him not to tell you if I had the chance.
Why?
I'd have figured it would make you uncomfortable. You know, it's most likely correct. You should have just ignored the Yoguai gossip until it fades away. There's no harm to come from it.
Though, Ragu was kinda right, Liao. You shouldn't keep waiting until something bad happens. So let's set off for Meowly as soon as possible.
Senpai, please.
But we get along so well. It'd be so nice to just be with you, Liao, forever.
I don't know. Please don't say things like that. Leopard raises a paw and gently taps Senpai on the head. Senpai plays along, acting stunned as if he just smacked him. Finally able to collect my thoughts, I look back towards the picnic and bento laid out before us. Now that Ragu has taken a bite out of the chi, would any of them even want to eat it? I've never seen them even go near anything touched by one of the others. Last time I asked Senpai about it, he just said it's practically like being able to smell someone else's drool while you're eating it. But it was only one bite, so maybe the rest of it is still fine. So, what do we do about the bento? All three of them remained silent. None of them wanted the bento anymore. There was kind of a weird mood, but I should still eat my lunch. I did make it for myself, after all. I picked up my chopsticks and looked down at the bento. All the pieces of roasted meat laid untouched in a tidy row. But I couldn't help but recall Ragu picking up one and eating it. I sit down for a moment and calm myself. Ragu was correct. Postponing my decision isn't going to help anything. Nothing good will come from just waiting, especially for Senpai. His Fudagong's powers probably won't hold out much longer. I always thought I could keep this up until graduation. Time's running out, isn't it? That doesn't mean I should be hasty. I need to think about this. This is my life we're talking about. I still need to think about what's best for me. If that means I need to refuse all three, I should do it sooner rather than later. However, if it was so easy for me to make them leave, then I wouldn't have to stress out over it. What should I do? I raise my chopsticks, about to snatch up some lunch, then suddenly, swiftly, I see a paw reach in and snatch away a piece of meat from my bento.
Delicious.
One look at Leopard's expression exposed his white lie. It wasn't delicious at all. I might as well try it. So I pick up a piece of that the leopard just consumed the chi from and place it on my tongue. Yep, it's way too salty. If someone ever tells you that you can't use too much soy sauce, they're wrong. The other pieces were cold and oily. It was better than the rice, with the rice, but by no stretch of imagination would I consider it delicious. Moving on, I try the rest of the meal. The fried veggies tasted metallic somehow. The biscuit was soggy, and while the seasoning wasn't bad, you couldn't call what's here a tamagoyaki anymore. As I was thinking over how it didn't turn out too well, Leopard's paw reaches over the bento, snatching another 2 pieces of meat. But, Leopard, is it okay for you to eat that? Ragu already had a bite after all.
Because we all made this.
It's not that good.
Because Leo made this.
There's no need to force yourself just because of that.
Because Leo made this.
He just keeps saying the same thing over and over. Why is he always so determined? Really, it's okay. You don't need to force yourself. Someone already had some and it's not even that good. I don't expect you to eat it.
But I want to eat.
I look down at the mess of a bento I made. It doesn't taste good, and it doesn't look good either. Leopard takes another piece of meat, including some veggies with it at this time as well. He never eats veggies. Before I knew it, he took another mouthful. Then another. Before long, he'll have eaten the whole thing. Considering the quality, it'd be rude to not follow his lead, so I proceed to dig in, eating the whole thing quietly, before finishing up by clicking the lid back on the bento box. Once we finish eating, I pack the leftover rubbish. We have to keep the field clean, after all. Senpai pulls out a bottle of juice and passes it to me. I take a swig and lay down against the rock under the tree, taking in the breezy scenery around me. Clouds had gathered over a distant mountain peak, creating fog in shades of white and gray. A thick haze obscures the lush forest underneath. Even though it's spring, cold air still blows through these mountains. I zip up my jacket and let myself relax a little. As I look up, I see some tongue flower petals drift down onto my shoulders. I brush them off, leaving them to fall on the picnic blanket below. Brilliant white petal snow forming around me a petal at a time.
Wow. You want to bring some of the tongue flowers home with us?
Home? Where would we put them? Watch the petals fall on the picnic blanket. Senpai made them blossom just for me. The fallen flowers didn't have stems, so I guess a vase wouldn't even work.
For flowers like this, placing them on a plate with some water should suffice. In that case, they should keep nice for several days.
Really? That actually sounds like a really nice centerpiece. Instead of a big honkin' vase, just a little plate with water and some flower petals in it. That sounds nice. That sounds like a relaxing little centerpiece for like a table or something. Yeah. I imagine a picture of serenity as the tongue flowers drift across the water on a nice little plate on my bookshelf. Yeah, see, he has the same idea. But how do we get them home without crushing them? That's the problem.
They could crush in a bag. Maybe if we wash the bento box and put them in that?
Wouldn't they just smell like food then?
Shame I didn't bring any soap.
Wait, what kind of person would bring soap to a picnic? Packing an extra box would make way more sense. Senpai gathers the flower petals into a small pile about the size of a fist. They're beautiful, but I couldn't imagine how to keep them pristine during the trek back home. As I watched Senpai gather more flowers, I thought through what to do. This lasts just a moment as my attention shifts to Leopard, walking over to the tongue tree. Before I know it, Leopard throws the flowers up into the air, holding his paws around the flowers as if he were about to catch them all as they fell. However, none of the flowers fall back down. Instead, Leopard must be using his powers to suspend them in the breeze.
Wow, Kalau! That's a cool move!
Nice. Quite the waste of your divine powers. Leopard looks around a bit while keeping the flowers suspended over his paws. Soon enough, Senpai comes over with his backpack.
Kalau, can you keep the flowers floating around inside my bag?
Yes.
All the way down the mountain?
Yes.
Yeah! 3 cheers for Kalau! Now we can take the flowers home thanks to him!
Sweet. Sweet boy. Sweet boy right here. Good boy. Senpai dances happily around Leopard. It's nice to be able to take the flowers home and all, but does he really need to be so excited about it?
Like I was going to decorate the room with these blossoms.
I guess so.
And whenever you see the blossoms, you'll think of me.
Why would I?
Because I'm the one who thought to bring them home.
I mean, Leopard's the one who's actually letting us be able to bring him home.
But, don't you think I'm beautiful just like a tongue blossom?
How so? Senpai's frozen with shock, so I walk over and help Leopard open the bag so we can float the petals inside.
Lau, do you like flowers?
I guess so. It's a long way up here. If anything, it's a nice idea to bring them back as souvenirs for the trip. I zip the backpack back up. The bag's kind of full already. Are the flowers really floating around inside? I wonder if they'll end up getting crushed during the walk home anyway. I'm not so sure, but Leopard's face remains unchanged, so I guess it's okay. Well, now that we've got our souvenirs, we should head back, right?
But it's still so early.
Are there any more places to see?
We could always try that trail and see if it leads us to any pretty places.
I guess Senpai's idea isn't bad, but it took ages for us to get here, and I'm just worried about going out too far at this point. Paths are all well marked, but I'm still afraid of getting lost. We don't really know where those paths go, and we'll be in big trouble if it gets dark and we can't find our way back.
Yeah, it's just a bit past midday.
I just don't want to go too far from the metro station.
Yeah, you're right. Getting lost out here would suck. But, since we have extra time, we can catch the metro back and still go and check some of the shops before dinner.
Yeah, sure, we can do that. Senpai and I plan out our trip back down the mountain. As we backtrack our steps on the map. On the map. None of us mentioned our encounter with that weird god of soil. I wonder if it was awkward for all of them too.
Alright. Everyone Everyone ready to head back to the station?
I start packing up the remains of our picnic. Afterwards, we head off back down the mountain. The pathways were narrow here, so we end up walking single file. Walking in a line that doesn't make it easy to strike up conversation, but I guess all of us had something to think over in our heads after today. It really was a lot quieter than on the way up this morning, but words to start a nice conversation just couldn't come to me. Ragu. Did the other Yoguai really think that I'm just keeping those three around just to take advantage of them? I mean, I don't know any of these Yoguai, so why should I care what they think? That doesn't stop me from feeling annoyed over everything they think about me, though. But I do care about how those three feel. Do they think I'm just keeping them around because of some selfish wish to have them all to myself? Probably not. Or at least I don't think that they do. Definitely not Senpai. After all, he's the one always trying to make everything about romance, not me. But I guess it would be true that by not deciding anything with him, he just ends up trying to please me. Trying to make me want to like him. Tiger and Leopard wouldn't think like that, would they? Tiger knows me. He knows my troubles. He knows my likes. But even then, he says he's not interested in romance. Leopard doesn't speak much, but he's always there when I need him. Could it just be because he wants me to go with him? Or could it be more? Does he even know what romance is? Then again, he's been around for a good millennia. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure anybody who's anybody knows what romance is, at least. You don't need to know the language to know what romance is. Ragu said that gods don't have set genders in his own eyes. Could Leopard be a girl? Would that make it better? Maybe it's just weird. Leopard really does have some naive to all of this. He couldn't possibly have those kinds of thoughts. Possibly. Hopefully. Maybe. But I've still held back on making any promises with him. I wonder how that makes him feel. I should ask him what he really thinks if I get the chance. I look around towards the three of them, walking single file down this narrow and winding mountain path. Some distance separates each of us. Would this be a good time to ask them? How am I going to do it? It's embarrassing, but I've got to just suck it up and go for it. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, no. Big choice time. Okay. Let's see. Choices. Tiger's already... Well, they've all seen me entirely naked. That's not even a point to make to anybody. Leopard Cat, Shuchi, is at least physical. In a physical body, but as well as he's using somebody else's body, so that's also probably not a good thing. Guardian Tiger literally just feels like a father in the most realistic sense. That seems weird. I don't know. Legalao just seems like the fucking one to choose every single choice for. Because he is the least awkward to choose. Out of all three of these, the other two just have a lot more problems with them. Cloud Leopard, sure. I hesitate for a second, then I speed up my pace to catch up to Leopard in front of me. Leopard's eyes acknowledge me as I close in behind him. Pick with your heart, and by heart I mean dick. Look, at the very least, he's the most innocent out of the three. At least, I think innocent. Leopard's eyes acknowledge me as I close in behind him, but he doesn't say a word. He just keeps on moving forward silently. I'm not sure why, but I find him relaxing to just be around. For a while, we just walked together. I gave him my time to organize my thoughts. Sorry. It gave me time to organize my thoughts and gather the words to say something. Leopard. About what that Grand Tree Lord Ragu was saying. Did you understand any of it? Leopard appeared to be deep in thought over my question. Most of it. So, do you feel like I've been keeping you with me on purpose? Leopard shakes his head. No, is stressed. I know Liao needs to think. Thank you. I'm glad that he understands where I'm coming from. And that's way better than if he had believed those rumors. Yeah, that would have been awkward. He doesn't think I'm taking advantage of him. But still, does he think that I may have feelings for him? I've always had the feeling that he's pretty innocent, that he probably doesn't think those kinds of thoughts. I literally just said that, or is it just that he's naive? It's hard to ask these questions in the right way. Is there something you want to say? Looking at him, I guess he's ready to say something. It's almost as though he's biting down the words as they reach the tip of his tongue. Wow. I want to have sex with you. Must come Must come soon. I'm scared. They come to Wutai, why? Something bad happened. What could happen? Summer. Much rain. Much wind. Summer? The typhoon? Yes. But there's typhoons every year. Is something going to happen? The land could run. Land could run. Oh, I get it. You mean a landslide? Yes. Do you know when it could happen? I don't know. I'm scared. It's dangerous. I get it. You think that due to the typhoons this summer, a landslide will hit your village. Basically, you want me to warn the townspeople to stop that from happening. Yes. But it's not like I can suddenly appear and start talking about landslides. Would anyone believe me? I know where land run. Even so, that's not proof. Must be quick. Lao must come. I help. Villagers believe. People will believe Lao. Huh. So he wants me to go over sooner and earn the people's trust. But to them, I'd just be some Han kid that left school to go warn them of impending doom. There's no way anyone would believe me. To those people, I'm a complete stranger. I guess Tiger talked about this as well. If I have the power to help, it would be easier to use it for the people of my hometown. Even still, it's not like I feel that I have much of a connection to the Mazu people in my hometown that I've never met before either. Okay, I understand. I'll think about it. When the first typhoon strikes this summer, I will try to contact your tribe there. Now that I think about it, I do have a Rukai friend. Maybe I could let Jihao help me warn his people about the landslide. They definitely believe his messages more than mine. It might be a good idea to talk to him about it when we get home. Well, not come. I'm not sure yet. Let me think about it, okay? If there's any real danger, I will do my best to help. I'm worried. I know, but I shouldn't leave school during the first year. And really, I might not be the best person to go and warn them. I can do my best, but if the people don't believe me, then it would be useless. Lao come. I help. They will believe. You can help make them believe me. Maybe, but please give me some time, okay? Even if I decided to go right now, it's not that simple. For starters, I might not even be able to get a leave of absence from school. Then if we waited for summer break, I'd still need my family's permission to travel there. Without it, I'd have no money for the trip. There's still a good while until the typhoon season comes. Until then, I'll do my best to help. Leopard, please don't be so nervous, okay? Okay. Leopard still seemed nervous, but he tried his best to give a smile through that. But seeing his smile, it was emotional for me all the same. Even if I could make any promises. Even if I could not make any promises. Oi! After all, it'd just be irresponsible to pack my bags and run off to Wutai. I need to know how this is all going to work out before then. But I hope it does work out.
This is a long scene.
Done talking, we hiked back down to the rest of the mountain in silence. Eventually arriving back to the metro station and walking over to the nearby markets. Senpai couldn't help himself but from running around between the stalls. Oh, my heart. His eyes lighting up as he browses through the various snacks. Even Tiger couldn't help.
Oi.
Even Tiger couldn't help. Ah! It's not help, it's hold. Even Tiger couldn't hold himself back. Jesus! Why? Even Tiger could not hold himself back. The two of them happily checking out the entire marketplace. With lifted spirits and lighter wallets, and a setting sun, we board the bus back home. That one sentence was way too hard for me to read. It was a few days after our trip into the mountains. Qingming, the Tomb Sweeping Festival, was coming up soon. And honestly, I have to stop. I have to stop there. I mean, I've been going on for 3 hours, and I got called into work today, so I don't have more time for this. Thank everybody so much for watching. Thank you, Thomas, Watu, and Capsize for all being in chat today. This is fun. I want to continue this. That'll be next week sometime. Probably on a day I'm actually off work and not getting called into work, hopefully. Thank everybody again. And I'll see you tomorrow with something else. Okay. Yeah. Everyone have a nice day. Goodbye.